as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbour. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers and the facilities which we have created. See the factories.
A decisive national intervention declared on the 18th of November 2025, implemented from 1st December 2025 to 30th January 2026. This program represented a significant milestone in our collective commitment to curb the proliferation of illicit firearms and to strengthen peace, security, and public safety across our nation. Government initiated the Gun Amnesty Program with a clear and urgent objective to confront the threats posed by unregistered and illicit firearms to lives, livelihood, and national development. At the same time, we recognize that sustainable security requires more than enforcement. It demands trust, dialogue, and provision of a lawful pathway for citizens to regularize their conduct without fear. I am pleased to report that this approach yielded meaningful results. A total of 4,038 unregistered firearms were surrendered to the Ghana Police. This outcome reflects the patriotism, responsibility, and civic commitment of Ghanaians who choose compliance over lawlessness. Indeed, the nation is safer today because of your actions to surrender those guns. On behalf of the government and His Excellency the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I extend sincere appreciation to our traditional authorities, religious and opinion leaders, civil society organizations, the media, and community groups. Your advocacy and engagement were instrumental in bringing this initiative into homes and communities across our country. Engagement with stakeholders. Government will continue its engagement with traditional authorities on the sensitive issue of firearms use during customary settings. Our objective is clear: to ensure that cultural practices are preserved while adhering strictly to safety and legal standards. This will include improved marking, tracing, and training for authorized ceremonial firearm users. We also call on licensed arms dealers to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and strict compliance with the law. Let it be known that any abuse of the licensing regime will attract decisive sanction. Ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion of the Gun Amnesty Program marked not an end, but a transition from voluntary compliance to full and robust enforcement of the law. The amnesty was a temporary window of grace. That window is now closed. Registration processes are ongoing for individuals who declared firearms during the program. Support subjects to background checks, because you surrendered it, you are not arrested. Yes, some wanted to still have it, but we need to subject that to our own procedures. So we'll do the background check. You have to be trained to be sure that you are competent to handle the guns, and strict qualification criteria. So registration will not be automatic. With the expiration of the amnesty, security agencies will intensify intelligence-led operations, targeted searches and sweeps, surveillance of criminal networks. All illicit firearms will be confiscated, and offenders will face arrest and prosecution in accordance with the law. Additionally, an informant reward system will be activated to encourage citizens to provide credible information on illegal firearms. Government is also strengthening border control to combat the trafficking of illicit arms, ensuring a comprehensive and sustained response to the threat. Fellow citizens, the success of the gun amnesty program demonstrates that when given opportunity and information, Ghanaians will choose responsibility. However, sustaining this program demands continued vigilance and collective action. I urge all citizens to remain law-abiding, support security agencies with credible information, reject silence in the face of illegality. Peace is not mere the absence of conflict. It is the presence of safety, trust, and respect for human life. Ghana's future must not be compromised by illicit arms. Our children deserve classroom, not fear. Our communities deserve safety, not violence. As part of the post-amnesty measures, government will organize the 8th Armed Destruction Ceremony on Thursday, 9th of July 2026 at the Police Depot in Tesano, Accra at 10 a.m. At this event, over 2,000 seized and surrendered firearms will be destroyed. Let me also emphasize that the private security organizations are prohibited from possessing or using firearms in accordance with Regulation 13 of LI 1571. What we've noticed is that people come forward to register private security organizations. We grant them the permission, then they take individuals within their organization to register firearms as though they are using it for self-protection, that they ended up using them for the organization. No private security organization is allowed to operate with firearms. So you cannot use your personal arrangement that has been granted you for personal protection to now use it to operate the organization. That is infringing the law, and we will adhere to the law and enforce it very strictly. In conclusion, I want to commend all institutions and stakeholders whose dedication ensured the success of this program. As we move forward, let us consider these gains and renew our shared commitment to building a safer, more peaceful, and gun-violence-free Ghana. Before I conclude, finally, let me also state that we have seen a new trend, very worrying and disturbing. The very affluent that come forward to register sidearms or firearms are now using them to commit suicide. In the last 2 months, we've seen increase in such individuals committing suicide with firearms that are registered. Because of that, from this afternoon, all permits that have been granted to any individual that you are holding a sidearm or firearm is hereby revoked. We are revoking that, and we are opening a window where everyone will have to come forward again to register or to re-register the gun, because we've changed the procedure. We've realized that there's a short gap in the registration procedure that will be useful. Some will say that why not wait till December? In 6 months, we could still save a lot more life. We've seen that people with mental health had already gone through and have the sidearm. Now we are introducing mental health. Before we give you the sidearm, we have to be sure that you have the mental stability to hold the firearms. We've also realized that people who are on drugs are also holding the arms, and they are legitimate because it's been registered. Now you have to go through drug tests to be sure that you are not on drugs before you can hold sidearms. And lastly, many of us have the guns. We don't even know how to use it. And sometimes accidentally in the house, we've seen those incidents where innocent persons are either injured or even killed, not because it's deliberate, because the person who is handling these guns himself is not trained, but he has the license. And this is the reason why we are trying to correct. So we are freezing on all federal registration until at least we go through these 3 steps. We are activating all our regional offices. The police has 25 regions. Even though
this is Accra 100.5 FM. Time check 21 after 2. Date the 26th or the 25th day of the 6th month 2026. To God be the glory. Great things he has done. Well, the producers are here doing their job as usual. Talk of Kwame Kwache, KK. Talk of Minister Samuel Kofi Paite. Of course, Enoch Osajivo and Kroma. And the entire technical team. We are poised to work. We are poised to communicate, to inform, to educate, to entertain, to do all these to bring about development. My name is Kswabina Bobie Ansah. From your Tafri Janya Metiase, Yabemumbuye, Yendinku Goda, Yametiase, Yabekwa Koyenim, Toda Nairaho, a Toda Yesu, a Toda Yakraboto, a Toda Yatim Pejayeti, but when you say Radini Yeti Peja for, I don't know, Bayer, say Radia ya will be a Timmy. Until the Bible says, no man can you ordinary who to ni pass no de Honamia Nebasa. Nipa bedu hamo nipa bedada o efa wure hye nipa da sani mu da you need us one nyina ye urade every say wono ana wo shy gina abusia mami ma wo ha bisa se wo mpo mo te say urade hu mi mo bo me ho ye takramada abodwe mu kwa de ano pay mi su kakra yes I normal me ye nipa but urade a cheche me wure as in Kachre Ebeye, Emawa Bemumbu. And he does all things beautiful in his time, not in our time. So there was time for everything under the sun. And to what would you me shall cry say Radibeye? And Fahuni, I will come with Abrabum. Jitum say Radibeye. Episode to me a dear Yunaye, or Nona Wabeye. And come on, Wedro, and show who I come for. And Kwanum ni answer sa wonom. Every say baby ba baby ye go wani mu ase no. Ehwa na ye be pagya wo. Ate we come ho, wa wuti trotrom. Wa wuti taxi, wa wo jom, wa wo store, wa wo office. Na yenko, na yenjin tumu se Ewrade be ye. Ewie ye be di komo, an komo dodo na na ye be die. Adam Kuma one brashe bedroom. I say Adan PURC4 Adan. No increase there. Electricity. Adi akwa 9.86%. Namu di insurance akwa say 15.92%. Mo pese mu kunya ana mo pese mu ye den. Ensuo no kura ye tua kura ye nya bia bi mfa ye pipe mu mba. Electricity you bet kwa koto na would desumu ye dumu light. Adan. So the minority reject the PURC tariffs high. Demands reduction. NPP 2024 defeat. Proves NDC's founding ideas. So matter Ghanaians. According to an astute lawyer, Chachu Chikata. And ECOWAS called dismisses Tokono's challenge against removal. So this and more coming up. Honorable Betty Crosby Mensah, Ebedin Komo, Tabaka National Coordinator, National Recreation and Wellness Program. What's it? Yamba kukudrufu say beye edukra wa Ghana and Ghana befa into my pevro. So for the National Women Organizer Ediama NDC. Of course, she has what it takes. She is astute-minded. She is courageous. She is bold. She is eloquent. She is fluent. She knows. I mean, what are you telling me? So, former technical advisor for the sports ministry, contestant for National Women's Organizer, NDC, hopeful. And then any baby didn't come on. Baby, because of my penny, Becassa. I want no me and some pepper pie, I could fast and come on inside there, bro. Wabra Paite Samuel, minister, Emma Monsieur, Amama Nom, na Bribia, Akoso, Kama. Na why na wutie ni
wutie keche apia preku ot Afrija.
Of course. Yakra. Citizen show so ena ene ewie wasungu etiebi. We are live on Facebook and Temeka say bra Facebook na yendin komo. Oba Facebook do comment about like no wa share na ye koye nim. Honorable Betty Crosby mensa ewa hanom. Honorable empom to say Christ who ye mobo no ben mic na ma make kra se biribi ekun a obi ehu adekodi a me hu adekodi so me that's when I say honorable ko e ade ba ko fe e ya ho fe na ekun
I be na chere se membre na so nyankopon age atumu se ba bi omra so
chere se aho fe nso be kun ahoɔfɛ no yɛmɔ saa Yankopɔn sɛ ɛdeɛ bra heaven asase no koraa mfata bra bɛka ngyese no hɔ ɔda wo sɛ mpɔmbɔ kɔ deɛ
mene aka akyire nyame adom ɛme sɛ biribiaa yɛ bɔkɔɔ yɛhwɛ sɛnea ɔman no ɛyɛ under his excellency John Dramani Mahama ne ntotoyɛ a wɔde atoto akwan mu a wohu sɛ Ghanafoɔ hinara ɛnyɛ gyidie soronko ewa mambo na ekoso mu na em se me de me de so many nti bibia ye boko
wonderful e very come ye be hwe women in politics enne but I've charged on something so who be resigning and I will resigning I want to know
no cry me ma resigning
since when
em say so we share the guidelines of the political party na me ye adwuma omuna which is the NDC na clearly no omo indicate here so obi biara wo express interest for contest for any national position enso so opportunity no ebiama no na hold one office or the other no so to me resign 6 months to the election and sana wa qualify say obehudi any political na party office. Into Nukre, I tendered in my resignation in the month of June. Taking effect from the 1st of July. Let's say mama me hold that exact 6 months no and sana ya go into elections.
Honorable Betty Crosby Mensa, what necessitated this action of yours? There na a engineer no there na see entia o pese o resign na okọ na ye to abama o ebeye NDC National Women Organizer. What is your motivation in that?
I me say wash ashase we mu waka bebre na em say me no san ye ache enche ye but ache kakra
enti minimo
enti woni me na I bring a lot to the table.
Okay.
Having served as a former member of parliament 2 terms in a very difficult constituency such as the Afram Plains North, having worked as the first ever, I was part of the pioneers of the establishment of the Koforidua Polytechnic tertiary institution network in the year 2000. School those days, no. Now that's a political wing, no, na ABN campus. And which I serve as the former deputy national coordinator for National Youth Employment Program. I was the initiator of a program called LAV, Ladies Alliance for Victory, which eventually became Women for Mahama.
Yes.
In the year 2012, the Kwako, and Mayeko winning power. I've served in so many other capacities. I was part in on the committee of protocol. Congress. I was also nominated to serve on that, and many others.
I see.
And then maybe a year, Bruno. This world has become a global stage, and the world is actually evolving into. Yes, we are seeing Daniel now. Also, not too long ago, in the year 2024, we had a very long-standing bill in Parliament known as the Affirmative Action. Gender equality. Way back, one of the bills and other parliament I had ache. And the mini catcher, I made the same catcher say, under many the lives of Honorable Helen into Soya leadership.
Okay.
Because at the time, now I was the deputy ranking on gender, children, and social protection.
Okay.
In the year 2024, for the very first time, we were able to pass this bill into law. And we are suffering in Ghana. Deliberately protects the rights and interests of women. When so we share a 2024 NDC manifesto, a year promises ne a boshe bi a share now say as a social democratic party, the right of women and now empowering women was one of our core mandates.
Okay.
And then no, see, can now boom near and run and I bill now passing into law and nature say somebody has to supervise and see to the implementation. Say, some of these laws are not created in vacuum. And yes, be a international world no there is a focus and a purpose for those laws. And they are passing and fast forward, then you didn't run here day. Now me die and I'm so who die. And I'm who say, look. My father was a founding member of the NDC. Mankasa,
your father?
My father was a founding member of the NDC. Not just a founding member, he was the first member of parliament for my constituency from 1993.
Your father?
My father, the late Honorable Kswabina Ansah.
So it runs in the blood.
Ain't you know, now you hear the likes of Yema Nana Kuredu Ajima Rollins nom Anita Disoso nom Yemame Margaret Yemame Joyce Mahama nom ejuma wo mo ye wo party no baby omudi eye women's wing free any baby omudi akwakudu. Sometimes when you sit back and then we who say emrana ya person ekokoshe ni mu kina.
Okay.
I say mbaye den etimi gina ye na so na yetumi ye contribute to the decision making table. And then say ye twa ye ni bio ne ye hwa under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration. Say ye hwe emba krampo ya point na me say we are not meeting the target and the set target. Okay. Me kan na aboma me wo gidie say I have what it takes when it comes to women mobilization, because the first focus your friend is a political wing. Okay. Which is the NDC women's wing. Okay. Into the first mandate will be women mobilization, bringing a lot of women together for political power. Then the second focus will be how do we empower these women for economic gain. Because when it comes to women mobilization, I mean, say NDC, house to house, door to door, market to market. I won't say man or party and day. Edi kan bebre e was exercise nim but e ba say oh ya to aba na wie na ye hwehwe ne yensa aka emba no ye be yeden. Okay. And then appointment hinano on the round we say be between 21-25% per and a yemba. Meanwhile generally no you heard the population of Ghana women contributes up to almost 51%. Yeah. Say equal representation na nka say ye hwe sane mani na. Mekani na abom no and I'm say me hwe mankasa me experience me die so and odro sronko a me wo ma me party political party me pese me who say we are also making that difference because ye can development. I mean, say oba no de ne de ba, no oba ma ne de ne de ba, it becomes a whole. And no na broni be can say inclusivity. Ye na ye de aba. But ankwanko ye ne sa na kokoye one sided and ye ma ye hu. Sometimes now we say it doesn't serve the interest of the majority of the people. It's when you are catching me can in our boom no, and I'm say who else And then with the experience I bring on board, I believe sincerely say I will be able to help mobilize the women's wing as well as help them build the capacity to the level a bit to me improve and also promote our economic development in general. It's a minia. Me can in abom na me share part in share ne ensunsun mo de atuntema. And yes I look down on the position I buy na nyagide we mu de ama me. Na mo I feel say look no limited. This is sports and recreation. But the other area, which is national women's, it cuts across all sectors. A bit me empower more women to take up responsible positions. It's enough. And I made this answer say we saw a day. Do
you know that you are very bold, a bold person? Who are Kukudro?
Catch her, Minia.
You are courageous. Because Akono. Looking within yourself, you know within and you know for sure that you have all that matters to become the national women organizer. Hopeful. And Sisiano, what the Wijuma atu honum? Hey, I don't know how to describe you. What the Wijuma busome swa. Eja ubenya kakra. Apone kakra mami atafre no. What the atu honum? Sisiano, senyame ya dom na saba ne ye dabe November
December nyame ya dom
December. Okay, December. Are you going Are you going to mobilize the women or you are going to organize them?
But that's it. That is a very important question. Say kasano medikaka say mobilization is the core mandate of every political wing. Say a lot of people will come together. Now, my focus here is not just to leave them after mobilization, but to empower them. As a country, because what is the essence of even a political party anyway? The whole essence of having a political party win power to form government is for economic development. See about 1 year developing a country. Now, can hold in boom. Now you really a family away. Biji say nye bibi day. Into what I am thinking about is look, how do we empower all these women? Are we just going to, over the years, so we've had the structural arrangement of parts now. We won't say you're the chairman, you're secretary. That is the organogram. Then we have the organizers, and the women and the youth wing fall under the organizer section. But is there a chance we can also transform that wing into something like a secretariat? And with administrative responsibilities. I bet me within that wing, you bet me ebia communication wo. Into we say ma a champion women's cause. And I'm saying say men ka ma no enye tan ya. Who was social media. Na enda me no kase me nua emba wo parliament is they contribute only 14.9%. You do 20%. Na ya pre na ya bre na obabo modern aba parliament na ye di ya begun hu fi na ya to social media and na woni we yada and na we ya shawo and it say no wo hwe ye attacks ni na we are focusing on reducing the 14.9% to be nothing. And then the people who are behind orchestrating Tanya and the American say at the end of the day, and baby when I saw say we your bar now your bema now no yiri wo fie. De bia no ba no fie. Aduane no ye ohwe nkwala wo na wokoba da kro se wonni ho a efie ne yamobo.
That is true.
If we are no ebubu, and so the focus should not just be a man na komba. Na mo should be half. We so akakra na we are dey aso akakra. How do we communicate this information into our communities? Say na be man be empowered. They will be gingered up. No be who say they have a role to play. Sanya mani na me hwe make say look, as a political party, it's not just about winning power. What I say, and yes, you're deliberate after power and what next? Are we ready? Are we really empowered? We have a training section within our secretariat. We have a welfare. Impose obey former woman organizer grandpa who bet me I the so at the end of the day, the association and the organization I belong to no one more abandon me, one more kai me. Can we have maybe information, communication and information units? Can we have maybe entrepreneurial units? Can we have business unit? Can we have agriculture unit within the women's wing? Identify a category of women. Maybe they are interested into agriculture.
Right.
Almost all year into business. How do we resource them? How do we empower them? How do we support them? Send your beya. The focus should not just be I am DC.
FM.
And you'll be on a bit me DC. But with a little support, that person can also expose and also bit me ne inner abilities na ebe bua more money na ede. All in all, no, we are focusing on mobilization, we are focusing on empowerment. That is what I capture.
You have fantastic ideas, but the question is, all these good ideas, nice ideas, have you made it known to the leadership of NDC, or you wait until you become the women's organizer?
So,
before implementation.
Kai who say position na me no is an elected position. The NDC operates with a constitution. The constitution clearly defines roles and responsibilities. I do not have the privilege to even attend FEC meetings, which is the Functional Executive Committee meeting. I do not have the benefit of also even being a member of the NEC, which is the National Executive Committee meeting. And to say, BBBA may express will go in the form of a proposal I best serve as my manifesto. We need the masses and answer the women's wing. This support say, look, yes, we can. And then my call round, through Mejuma as as the national coordinator for national recreation and wellness, I have traveled the length and breadth. I mean, I have traveled to 13 out of the 16 regions, and I had the privilege to engage a lot of these women, now, especially within our party. But we say, "Mano, woman is a day, and it's over the years, the focus has been mobilization. Then after that, they feel very much abandoned. And this is the message, the core message I'm selling to the people. Say, look, if you want to see a change, then be the change you want to see.
If you want to see a change,
be the change you want to see.
Be the change you want to see.
Right from the time a year to Abano. What is the trend? A crime bench on the first year to Abba. Yatuabama ebi asebio obi obetimi ama yesika on the day of elections, and because most often your parliament say elections have become monetized. Obi mauska the highest bidder no and all them. Is that what we want? Ubewie no nipa na otuabama no utfa o telephone kra in times of need o friend kra dey oni ho. Again, ade ba kwa mi hu ye kechire. When I sit back and I do my data analysis, I ask myself, is it because the NDC we do not have the women to be given opportunities? Or is because we don't even have a common database where Yanfan said President Mahama or sorry Anopano Kasu the position of ABS CEO is available, and I want qualified people until I can go into this database and extract and I say meyi nipa do we have it? And I said we are limited to who you know. In spite of your qualification, if we want that change, and from the word go, younger people who have the capacity, who are inspired, who are motivated, to bring that change. It's from the word go through my manifesto, through my engagement with the women. This is what I tell them. Then the situation will always remain the same, where women are only used as women organizers, for mobilization, and then after that, nobody hears of us. Again, over the years, through my experience, they have some sort of, through their principles, it aligns with the principles of NDC. And yet, almost a women organizer and a women's wing of the NDC is just for the grassroots. Into me, I'm a professional. I don't belong there. Until after we have formed government, near man appointment. Then the person cannot even stand on authority to say that I'm a card-bearing member of the party. Oh, I got the appointment on merit. We are not using merit. Merit is necessary. But then what happens to the people at the grassroots who actually contributed? Can we get all these professionals being part of the wing? So that we as a wing, you know, your professionals know her. Your market women know her. Obia into your for being a minister for gender. You so a card bearing member who is identified under the professional unit of the women's wing.
Correct.
I
get you.
Yes, to me to send your money in area. This thing no, and yes, does it form or is it part of what the party really wants? But the party will know say in this time or a time and age, you know. The reason here they into I see here they and I believe say baby BR platform BR have been given the opportunity to stand and if we have they call Unimac. I'm meeting with the women 10 women over there. Now me jinana me kasa so I won't say they feel say look this is a can do spirit. It is something we all need to come rally behind, support the idea and be the change we want to see. It's as simple as that.
So you know, you are bringing a change.
Absolute.
That's going to have effect on women. Absolute. And we are going to meet that legal requirement of not less than 30% of women representation across all sectors. I see.
Because me believe we say NDC starts here. MPP will learn from the examples of NDC. CPP will learn from the examples of NDC. And other political parties, to be at a point, we all align and focus on empowering women.
I see. Mami say ye way etonche you coming to serve the party NDC. Emba ewo Ghana. How do you how do you intend to improve lives, all their lives? Emma, do you get my question?
It's your minia.
Emba ewo Ghana. It's your party NDC. And today says Emba kre wo NDC no. You have these fantastic ideas. Obi ohoroma sebi utafrache school you wan kobi wo ni sikebia wo di ejuma wo ni boafobia. How do you intend to improve their lives through these fantastic ideas of yours?
Minia, the first thing that we need to do is on advocacy. Capacity building. Unim and paying baby so women you are your own enemies. Women are not, we are not our own enemies. Because as a woman what affects me affects the next woman. Yeah. Share mami nka be bin shro and paying baby ubekwa your hospitals you said no bed. I mean kwa na catch say if we have women, strategic, compassionate, committed women at strategic places, being part of the decision-making table, that issue of no bed in hospitals will be a thing of the past. Because women, we are executors. We are implementers. Women are compassionate. We want to have solutions to every problem. It is a to me build it. Yeah, one, it is the advocacy. The second thing I can let the woman be aware. Say yes, she has a role to play.
Okay.
Let the women be aware. Say yes, no matter what, and so together we can do it. That awareness should be made. Yeah, awareness in area. We look at the interest area. How do we develop that interest area in the form of capacity building? This article I said, even within the women's wing, can we have a unit for communication? When I go out there, now time for questioner. Obi wo ho ani tone of voice no kwa say kasa mami we ni ne voice ni IQ level no say ye develop ni kakra po a wo betumi aba be ye wadwuma ya wo ye. Can we use that same platform to identify talent, empower them and see how they also contribute in their own way? It's in common ye no and yet just one way and yet a simple approach sir. But it's the commitment we are bringing. Say yes, together we can do it. Let's build our capacity. Let's begin to understand and accept, say, as 51+% of this population, say, the drink carbon near Pessia, a bit to me, I'm a Ghana fan in Tama Papa.
Wonderful, honorable, Betty Crosby Mensah. shift kakra na yenko football so, but we will come back in our final stages. We will come back to talk of, and when the time is due, I promise you, I will be your campaign manager. Or you don't want me to?
My somo cry on him, and I make no. Say, memano, one who you say are competitors, but who you say we are here to support her.
Of course,
that is the beginning of the development our agenda. And then come on, ye so one cassa would you to say we yere a so we be ne be now so say through that no near Betty I can ye be buano I'm a Betty and you so I didn't na day album so that me baba say you baba can become that change that you hope to see. Me say I'm so honored and I appreciate if say wa committee say wo ba be na emre no so na me ba be frɛ wa hwɛ no anya excuse bia.
Oh, why not? Remember mesom adentina beti mesom ono abo mesom o.
Da wase emba da wase.
Yeah, mesom o say me mba nyina ye ma me tosu miensa mba mienu me kwane bema aha ye ma mi kechire nti ma de me mfa ma ni agro me so ma so eboa ma and any fold that me feel say metimi abo mo no. So when the time is due, when the time comes, honorable Betty aden me ba besom
na mi sra
me boa pa
na mi sra.
Because looking at the pedigree of the experiences that you've had, looking at, I mean, an orator like you, looking at how smart you are, how you need to be supported. Honestly, as I say, you push you bow because anyway, I don't know if you are going to have a competitor in that election. But let me tell you, say, "Emudo do cross and I want no matter in your sense is what different kurawi." What you say? Yes, the truth must be told. No cranny eka said the city. What you say? And when the time is due, young follow Black Stars kakra.
I don't the mejumum.
Let's talk football. Let's talk football. We will sum up with the women in politics. And I'm more person to know no. Black Stars is who I'm saying.
Me say, imagine a lot of media houses aka. Say a year 2026 World Cup na year kono. We are not just representing, we are participating at another level. I
see.
Now, I am not surprised say because a lot of things have gone down the bridge. Okay. Say we have more to give. Nessa who share the players now, but was a lot of them can't share that anymore. Now I remember there was a time be mini PK be program.
Okay.
And I know Busami say your best friend the day are you and I saw me catch and say who catch there I know to Mike Echi and I through the Ministry of Sports GFA Ghana ya to say who now bet me abua amaya execute sa project 2026 ya ba befro.
I see.
And clearly, no, so we have players now, GFA through the Ministry of Sports, Woma gather any technical support, any Juma coach, and then because media house, we now on the panel, there was a young MPP guy, and then also one a kaya, Nance one. It's answer, someone no can say, your coach now, you're the Nabanade, or your senior Utuado. Then no, Kakrana, who know some not in Anokai, why they sign. Me there say a lot more Ghanaians. I must say, and the sports enthusiasm, no, any excitement in the day, cost. We say with time, no, your body so through your effort, more contributions, then more taxes, near no, the be support to sports. I because it was a gross room could be room could be. But within a senior national team, which is the Black Star, Womodeko. You heard game Womode Panama boy na. Me na asema mekani say I wasn't surprised with the turnout, and I said the turn of events. The Panama team, you know, Oma is we underdog kakra. So we didn't really know their style of play. You can study them, but unlike England, I will be them say they are world class. If I talk to the Americans, into with the England, you know, the team was very much aware the challenges they had ahead of them, and I think, say, the coach also worked very well in tune with with the plan, and then they delivered. I am particularly very proud. I mesre Ghana for ne say aya na ye kuma no koso ne ye pressure no koso na ya to your with the backlash because anche bia no say okay ye nuanom a senior Jordan ye Ghana for shed da
no so the ball no man na wo gro ball no hodoto ase woni ahode ne abaji ball no free nsem
na kai you team skills ni bi no sometimes all the kai who say ye be ye lead 1-0. Now we are the extra time 5 minutes because to form that game.
But not why a pressure why yes.
You are not part of the technical team, and you don't know the conversations that had gone on in the.
I can't say when you're born on no, I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, me can say at the end of the day, near a result. Near no result.
Go na yafife.
I know okay. Yeah, result. It is how they are able to deliver the whole world class team. They say England now you to me normal but draw. People were expecting some bet me my 8 goals. Now see to me normal but draw and then we hear social media English for a super no musu. I say in fact who racism at its highest level. And this small country and these black people yeah them say look. Yeah, Papa, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Petition or they call UN restitution has just begun. Now this is just the beginning of what is yet to come. We are expecting on Saturday a game against Croatia and will also be an exceptional game. We are expecting results ahead of the group now.
If you say you bet me I Croatia,
the strategy.
If not, why not? If yes.
I am trusting the coach because say no kakrana why execute Wamaya who say he understands the mental game and son about the field of play because strategy this year Panama is different as compared to the strategy this year England, and I believe say through it all no he knows what kind of strategy he's going to use, and I pray say the spirits any piebo any bibia better so that whatever they plan to do no it will give us the results we are looking for. Minya edu samre idia na make can say say form so cry say no my say no baby bia de befa bia me de I believe in spiritual goals na me to me safre religious leaders chief imam no hina afi we de esram mo si Koran ne ade a mo fa di nanka on say Black Star 2026 World Cup we want them to deliver something better for the people of Ghana.
I say you believe we are going to win or we are going to draw? We
will win.
Honorable Betty. Crosby Mensah.
No. I mean, yes, England me predict say it was going to be a draw and I say 1-0. So at least in penalty na no. In Kiensa kan kasa 1-0 nke be de ebesu. Nya me pesa me ka wa ha ne say England ni Croatia for Asia. Ama England a show 4-2. But
yeah.
Oma show 4-2. Yani England a share about draw 0-0. Clearly no say maths and I say science we see clearly no the Ghana team has an upper hand. Notwithstanding, Obeka the football is a game of chance. But me wo GDA say this time around our young men Fatal any the other people we hear Yankasa Yenua what is his name? Oh, Pate no ma. You have the confidence that something good is about to happen to this country.
Something good is about to happen.
Absolutely.
And this country. And this country.
It's going to happen.
Okay. Some people have the view say young man and so football, war football, and so we need to also do something and push them. Where you are coming from in your field, I want to say what day.
We do a holiday. It one crampa kamia female footballers in the no not just professional in terms of training and I say yipe na no say as a government as civil as society who say that is another line of youth empowerment
Okay.
Because yeah, football in general now, and so we have government budgetary allocation. Senior national team. Impo ye fundraising. Now we have corporate Ghana commitment. The same thing ye mambana ye. We don't get it.
Why?
And Manu call last year, Amuko African Cup of Nations, a bronze medal, Yeah, I said who be Papa Bia. Into where dear, I'm calling on both government and corporate Ghana.
A man na one more bomb home day, or they lack certain things they need, they have to, you know.
Yeah, me person mechanism mean I want to mean a team that has gone on the Mamika Bibincho. When was the last time Black Star, a senior national team, Wamuko African Cup of Nations crowd medal by? When was the last time? Na buy it me akwa codited. Na sa wo catch on say man na mo more than man na wo man qualify no crampo no edru so we are able to allocate a sound. And say we need to pinch ourselves and deliberately make an effort towards our women. One me en komo na ye di no ebi ni o. En komo na ye di no ebi ni. How do we rally support for women empowerment? How do we get both government, corporate Ghana, and even the community Ghana to really say look, what men can do, women can do and do better? And how do we support women?
But not all things.
Meaning, not all things. And then, I'm waiting into me.
Okay.
Now, me can say, we are. Meaning, say, no, I had a me to me. But
honorable.
Oh, meaning, what do you mean? We need to move away from some of these things and clearly understand, say, we are here. When you come to the Ministry of Sports, their mandate is to empower the youth through sports.
Okay.
You to a money mema. Say empower mema no true sports near to me allocate as huge sums of money the boama. Why can I man dom youth? Sometimes we have my allowances say the mom crampa. Ye chair mema no dear bet and crampa not banning ye day. At the end of the day, no me now they stand on the same pitch, the same size. Or yes, a man pitch in the air get 12. Now we now about 90%, 90 minutes. The last I call WAFCON new crampo day, a man almost 120 minutes. Almost 120 minutes, at was so 3 times. Okay. What I say, now for ye share musa, now aqua say the support and the spirit behind the senior women's team. No, I na enshadan ko. Ye me the sakwenya we esra Ghana for him, especially me nuanu mano. Say me man nya, let's rally support behind our own. Maybe them wo gide say me no me no kabom say e be support mma ko manima. Yankasa ne e betwe nuanu mema na ye kunu me ne ye mma na ye den aba beka ho na mma development no so etimi akonanim.
Your assessment on Benjamin Asare and also Atizigi.
Meaning I had the one here may bias.
No.
I had the one here may bias.
It's your opinion.
Now, as a former senior technical advisor, I'm always supposed to be in the middle.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to be biased, but I think say we haven't given Benjamin Asare his due.
Okay.
Qualify for even the World Cup. No, he stood in. He played.
Okay.
He was so serviceable and so nationalistic. His commitment to the country is top notch. And and so far you can see that he's one person who is always ready to kill himself for the motherland. And through it all, see games here, who say clearly no, I exhibited that. Until the time has come for us to give him a pat on his back. Say yes. It is only when we appreciate people who are committed and ready to give their all. And now Obi, Eba wa brochire krani invite now because on my way they support their own. Yes, yeah, they Obeba bebwa. Say yeah, and supporting here dia. It will even discourage any other person who wants to come on. People are saying that so far or no one person that will free a Premier League or Ghana or a senior national team. No. I think say yeah supporting now the man near the empire but energy. Send a be good so I carry on. The last game people were speculating they should have even been given the man of the match. Yeah. Unfortunately, but I'm sure say going forward no better things are yet to come.
Good. Maybe shall say Emma, we are going back. Emma, what politics, especially in your party, NDC. Say, you can say, Sabre can be bitter one pa. Honorable Betty Kswabina Ansah. And Kasama now be catch them.
Every say, Niamekani say, I him out for Umbrella Queens. The women's wing of the NDC rise from the branch, constituency, the region, and to national. Mwankasa mosumu for Betty Kswabina Ansah na motiminke. Me say the message is very clear. Mijina baby, I say empower her. Empower her. When a woman is empowered, Oshman hand heaven obeko. Because GDA said the empowerment, if for a certain angle. Let's empower ourselves. The time has come. Say yeah branch, audits, vetting. Yeah, branch elections this year. I'm using the opportunity to call women. Say yeah, they be any call women's organizer. So what branch now? You 9 positions.
Okay.
Our branch We should not just wait to contest for the woman organizer position. There are other positions, and let's just show up. Show up, represent yourself, because one, you are contributing massively within your communities. Into baby because it's very easy for people to relate with the women in the community. You can go for the secretary position, you can go for the chairmanship, you can go for the organizer position. Let's just show up. Now, we will just throw it on yensa ebeka. Now, maybe trust no. Meaning, say a lot of women have their own reservations, especially within our political space. The time has come to be the change that we so much want to see. The time has come for Betty to contest for the position of National Women Organizer of the only political party, as I often say, the NDC. We are bringing the energy, we are bringing the fire, we are bringing the empowerment we seek. We are bringing the acknowledgement and the recognition. Let's all run support behind this brand, Betty for National Women Organizer. Now, NDC so far in Tama Papa Infra.
Sisiano, I was sent me by your campaign manager. And Northern so, na no to Dako, and so Echo National Deputy Communication Officer. Enti Mesha, me bisa, me who say, hey, Sisi, I bet you are na no tun so ewa. Enti Sisiano, I am in a dilemma.
Campaign right now, Beko.
And no near some no. Oh, Arabian Gonja, media trying and I'm a feel.
On the more serious note, NDC, yeah, come on more far. Honey before. That's number one. But beyond beauty, open intelligence. One way a cadre, one way Kenyansa, one way Kanim dear, one way Kasa about more.
Betty
NDC.
Menchantro.
And I wait, one man the do.
No. If you have followed me, I am very honest. I lie once in a year. And no cramp on 25th December.
And the time has not come.
And me per se me fa kwanya we so na me bo abaso. Even to have cultivated that vision. And easy. And maybe I met say okay so bold. Of course. When you're bolder, you cannot resign 6 claimants. But certainly ebi anenye even sikano ni pa kunya bosomeno.
Yeah.
Obuanuma, you may even pay him $1 million a month, you know, but ain't mean
yeah.
Vision, a certain motivation that is pushed by innate character. Or the ankure bi esinipam.
Abusu.
Na sa ankure no yabusu bi a epia ni pani suade ho no ane babonte. Enti until so be sadie no. So you may have all the millions in the world, but I tell you, to pursue that possible agenda. Honorable, me say why 2 times member of parliament.
Yeah.
And even to campaign in a part of our world as a woman, may have followed politicians, you know, I've worked with members of parliament, yeah, there. The least I ever catch your crying is a German for no near their chow. To become a member of parliament now, you're no dear. And yet, in some mammy. But so, no, it's me be a member of parliament, Abuno. Because in Sema, you can find who be brave. And yet, Bakuina, and say, I'm a Mohican. But maybe you see and to Magufin Hatabon.
I'm one thing.
But as you catch it, you say, one can ye. enti anka be ya on patch okra nsa na ya settle
waje atum se
no enye waka wabontin se wanka ne because sebi mpanyifo anim sebi enkwada asem ya meti hey we no bi nkonko ye bibi mfa meto abon
eno nti na ye friend edemu adwuma
na we no kra nya de aye ka dwen se ye bum amana nim tie daddy aye normal knowledge say bema ti asem oba ti asem bema pe bibi yo enye rape by consent enti enye so odwene say we no be ka gudanimu ase ade ota fridge aya otu da kwa mti ya mai bi da we enye case mi ade enti yenka nkoku wie se
ya bi kura yenka
o enye case yenka nkoku wie se ya maami obon homodin na yeso ye de ni bedi akire me call for deputy national communications na ye hwe se yenyina betimi aboa na NDC afa ne to mapafra but o kan de ba kwa manage and what say uji a women organizer no ope anywhere now one of the eyes of wo establishment as women secretariat will even be to have a communication unit and I think say a idea may encourage your mama say Yakopon edum no na unya sa akwanya no a sa de kode no o manimram because then it does appear say we communication bureau no free hono all the other groupings no say communication it shouldn't happen like that. You should have a woman winger or pretty as a secretariat like she's saying. Now in that secretariat you able woman sebi or sorry no kasa how many debate me that think for a mama who call radio ni TV so near there now anko yes ma there you fit dwamufo a you the magic to me you to me we are now say you don't matter. I think say it should be an old chapter. I say you close so all in all no you are not only beautiful but you are intelligent and you come to the table with so much experiential knowledge. It's our hope say oton seminar and of course me mean to be more clear because of what I'm also contesting but obadri may be a fa mekasa no nyansam Yamishra honorable
Nana otu da kon okoye ebaye brofo ni mu aye du okotra jam so ba na say ai honorable
mami aho fe mami aho fe you
and this we have the men
but most importantly we have the women
Nana de oye man ampa okay honorable finally your final word
say dodo na maka no say meguso meton me ho ama the only political party that I know the women's wing of the National Democratic Congress the NDC say one kasa mo sumfo mo ba mo maame mo de hye mo adi na Betty Kswabina Ansah nyame ya adoma December ebe party no ebe ma ho kwan say obi biara o pese wo contested for any political position obetumi a contest me de me ho besi ho say me ba be pray for the position of national women organizer and common de ye di be pray ya kasa free mobilization ya akwa do women empowerment the creation of the women secretariat anyhow empo no will be able to self finance the women's wing ya dream who bebre me wogidie say challenges bebre wo Ghana ha no ye wo ho ameka bi cho efa ye no bed syndrome ni ade ni na semba ye ka ye hu bom ni ye ma ya adwen ye baako ni ye ka say look we are going to be part of the decision making tables and problems in kitin na ye di ya adwen ye nyansa ene yakoma mu do no beba beboa ma na ye as ye betumi aye ni ye dia now we need women who are not just intelligent but who are initiators. Okay. Women who want to see things get done. Women who feel your pain. Who feel, say, look, abandoning someone who has contributed so much to the cause of women, it is not the way to develop or build a political party. And that person is no other person that one kasa osum for Betty Kswabina Ansah. Emrene dru so ye be gu so akasa, but emrene dru so na mo aka me na ye du say ayoyo. Nyame nhra mu ina.
Nyame nhra was Honorable Betty Kswabina Ansah. Yeah, that's it.
we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
TDC Ghana Limited.
Ghana, Omaya, Yananum do Mujani on Bre at GSO. Yakoya Nima Bedum Pempersway, and Nam Tia Tiwasum Jimu. Now, so Ghana, be fun into my pay fra. Ebe here see no mine who does runko, any a dream for free, and no tino Mampani John Mahama, Etun Safre Ghana for you now. Say Yemra National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. To media ya di chain yamianim. Adanasie, they said to you when see what ya boy ya mine dancing. A free theme, Yejina Swane, resetting our values to build the Ghana we want. Empire Boy Koso, Ukwada 1st July 2026. A Christopher Somunebekosua, State House Forecourt, and Opanongotri, and Kremofor Somunebekosua National Mosque, Kanda, area 1230. Obamfuebe Christopher Somunation and so Betnas on some pepe. One epan Kremofor Somunsu medu 1130 pepe. Bra, na yine Jidiemu, Endi Maya Ghana. National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving.
Hey, say the Mako who ever Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me who credit me. Say enunti no manya award wa. Eya word best. Obia transe Emma Dompem ya de. Ka say anase me boya de enkan to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Esa nyarwan te se. Ne ekuro etu no. Ne enkan ewo nanum. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyarwan kaye.
Nansi ama me ka say ene spinal cord ho ekaye no. Greenfield ada romenti ene wasa so le gina na so ebiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewo ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machine sir. Ehhehhe di pedua ni mu ankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewo Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Ghana this year, we are seeing Bobo Akensiano Ebraso. FIFA World Cup 2026 Ebaso Ewa USA, Canada and Mexico. A Shasia 11th June Akosi 19th July 2026. Accra 100.5 FM at the live coverage Ebebre Ghana Fonina. Empire Niger, Ghana, England, Croatia, Panama, Argentina, Germany, France, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Brazil, Egypt, Algeria, any Amai Ahudua Aka, 48 countries, and I want to echo pretty crew abako eho. Meet your team of hard-working commentators: Kofi Mensah Okran, Parkwesi PK, Eric Kwaku Patel, and your panel members. Yet the educative and informative commentary April. Accra FM World Cup commentary Ojawom. Accra FM World Cup commentary Ebayede. Accra FM World Cup commentary Wabatele Wayamami.
Efie Diasenia MTN ba Ghana, ho na bibia sesaye. Afi say ye di Efie Diasanti, ye cha dia big time. Ye di MTN at 30 promo na beja. Toyota Land Cruiser Prados makuma konkron. Ena sika pebro 10 million Ghana cedis. Ni ye keka ho pi. Ena ye di chiche. Connect with dada bravo MTN so. Ye video calls, browse the internet, fire business. When you now for no abus ye ninkita ho. Connect to MTN fiber wo fie. Masika sam no koso wo momoso. Na kowenim. Isansa na mombia ubetu no hunya. Ghana. Muma yemfa MTN at 30 promo inni MTN via dia Sanfrisha dano. For MTN services ahodo dijuma. Nya points bi. Ne dia chede akese. Wo penchechemu a for star 530 hash. Ana ko my MTN app no so. Kaisan hihye wo ho.
Anti Abushama Misa Wakwa baby me high efficacy medical cultural say this is the citizen show. But my main Kaiwo. So we are driving near Danida, I am too for. So Ubeto Fuela, Ediego Kamwa. Pe baby a Guelph fuel station ewo uko Guelph fuel station na catch am say wo mumbu fuel ni bingu ma say aya Guelph for diesel na obeto say aya Guelph for super and obeto ebeboa wo car na ma wo car na nya hoden na achenso so ede ama engine no beche pa wonom de unim say Guelph de ye ankasa ye aye de Ghana de papa anti driver na ko Guelph fuel station bia okwa catcher almost on Fele Canema, one bebu gumama, kama, bebua ma cananya, when I do one nonsense so quickly. What's I don't say, baby, or to fuela? Abroswa be some few minutes na fuel nasa. We be say dey na fuel mo bu engumu ana da bi o mo bugu mo. Nanso so onimo enye ni nyina na ye papa enti ebi contem ebi jira ebi mframa fa so anasa obeto fuel a me pa che ko gwel na kotobi gwel super exponent de o failure no na wo fail gwel good energy ye ni sha na me kai wo se esese ubo modern pebiri bi to bottom sika ni bottom a oti ati se wudwan ti oti akwa ise mimiti no because capre madam you say capre capre no bottom a ai but asida enko Emma review scratch for win omo Roma onya dial star 850 star 5 hasha na tell say wonam kwan so a wo ba benye ska no star 850 star 5 hash and one no na we say we choose station na we be play game no na we select amount no 5 cities up to maybe 2000 I bet me to bet me 5 cities 10 cities 15 cities 20 cities 50 cities 100 cities 10 cities na we now we choose lucky card out of 5 options remember you is a confirm game play now I enter your momo pin instantly obehu say results no about phone so na near SS yedema obi ana yedema easy fun it's exciting and to get ready to scratch win and live your best life with review scratch for win up to 1 million Ghana cedis and yede ema man for kai hunu say star 850 star 5 hash no on all networks oye sana sika eba begu ubotom na wenya cash pa nana otu dako memeta friend not hopefully I mean we are hoping and we are trusting God and believing God to say for the deputy national communication officer na nyame so be pejani nsa ama yato abano ediama nana otu dako. I always tell you say he's somebody a owa hofama owonimude owa kukuduro wonimude wonimnia efata ena wayo what you say anti wohwa ne kase mu ne kwane a wonam se communicate kra he's just not an ordinary communicator, he's not just an ordinary person, and I can tell you on a fact say nana enimode ene akonyen kese ono ne teso ba me transfer ne atransfer china efi next week ikono nana ebeba nana empombo ko de
so wow de mikusu ande so wa o ka kire me say mu nyina sebi ni pe nyina da ne mwa na wanda ne bia wodane mu awia obetwa won ho abechiware
yeah
ti to da bia owo nimdi a otwedi amponde adom wo ebi anyansan de bewo ebi abakwada mu a san adwuma waye nti ebi with the passage of time when you be so bia on krata asem no nkwa ni mu a
sa
emfa ho ne bia onimdi ekokuduru
no kra
be ho ane etwafa ho nti no mutu mefo na mesumiso mu
ayade
ti mini hai na chese enso hwa na mechro
ayade
edin aye chro emre so aye chro na pasem se abi adwin bebre on se Masters of Peace, Security and Intelligence, and in line with the geopolitics. We are say, if we are saying talk at least it affords you that opportunity. Mountain and big grass.
O culture social by me say o kasa asison.
So,
brofuna aye div.
And then my main catchy.
In fact, I'm say, Daddy, you speak with accent.
Uncle can say, me tree now, corner, come any best or sense will be from Cassa, ya corner same media. Men Cassa, I corner. And I made the same name, Mamma, Crum Cassa and Assassin. You won't yentia, my woman, me and son. So be any brofuding. It's as a minimum set, Obian Wardiness have been compared Jeffy Quant. Nidi can mark any. Nemum nititru meganani into it was say me mine and I'm a krum kasan a sombo sin ubrunicasa on my near team and Kamiako say your cambrofono your juniors with him yansa yanokre
and so you won't be there
debbie into the ocean my mind waka cra say ye China, say ye Korea, say Singapore, say Malaysia, say Japan ubi a kind of krum kasa
Germany
Germany kind of krum kasani ande bibrim hanom na nkamiako ese se wan ka brofo a na sa goni edi agya nti bigidi se besua de afrim nti meka ko wie se enu nti na bitia me na chi kakra one thing we know no say when it comes to presentation, we are senior. Say I'm a man who say a brow shall say with GBC no. Na ye mu bi ni baby anam. Nti e ba ne say en century adwuma ni o wakwada mu a wakwadro century no mu. I mean, we can't take it away from you. Na mu mpanyimfo so ne odi akire, osua ne odi kan nante.
Nante ya.
Ha, na mo na mo CSS nkokora na emre wato san e kom mabunu dim.
Enokre.
Ha, nti se mo matwa sapa no de. Yenim se yenso ye befa sa na mo no ne yetietiem. Enkuti se ya magya to ho no mo no. Sa anamo no yenso be yinsusudi a yenso ye de be ye niema. So we are back to work for Ghana. Na baby a commander Abraham obi anso ye nchia no. Se bia me ka se onu kum so no ma ye nyina ye chee.
Misa.
Ha nti no baby a Kswabina Bobie Ansah ho bia no. Ono so ye chia no papa say why the leader of delegation.
Yeah.
Na ye nyina nso ye besom akonya no. Ko se Ghana for ebenya mu chefa. Na mum ensem wo ho.
Ensem wo.
Say ye TB. Ye exams nyina ye TB. TB. Ba ku na matwa no de me nka ho asem.
O tu senya yisi de no.
Yes, me pese me ka ho asem.
Ye nka ho.
And ye di kan no ye internal matter.
Nti
ye nsi antuma agufi hatabo. Empanyifo kra so obi fum kum obi ye fum nwa. Ha se chairman na afum ewo bufuo mu a sebi say wapache okra de ye matu nkotwere baabi da na ye maame na akoyo so ma omfa asem no enwura na kuma musa asem yawo ha ko oba be duru suru bi a yese be ma ne nada adenti nti me nyo oba genuinely oba rise it through the ranks no oba be even president of Ghana. It doesn't make sense. Oba kaya time President Mahama appointed ye maame Jane we had some social miscreants. Akronphobia, ye bechicho masefo nyina. Kontra social media. Be kan say sebi mpanyifo no sebi tafrache. Say sebi. Ye maame krampo no. I mean, same way. But the point I'm making is say, Osha bra Jane Opoku-Agyeman abo as first female vice chancellor. Emma UCC as first female vice president. Emma the Republic of Ghana. Na o hwe doctorate ahodro maame age masters ahodro maame aye coupled with the fact say we a full professor maame hwe senior ne team abobel hwe nimdia maame wo maame kasa asa bofo na esane na obi ti bonkoso bi a sebi oni midim twerompo
asema ka be o depend share say want to make training
but social media say o access to Facebook, access to Instagram then e ka won to o kensem hono a I think say me, you see, we have misogynists. Bruni say, misogynist is one who hates women.
Yeah.
You was saying microphone. Intino, oya den on pe a ma and cancro. Me, records hold or cost student leadership. And Sakra may be leading University Student Association of Ghana. Now, may spokesperson, Emma the Women's Commission of the National Union of Ghana Students.
I see.
Because I call Parliament some time back. And Papa Iwawu no. On a no ye public relations look as na mo pre women empowerment na my na no to da kumbema mo spokesperson mo nyini fro na mo for ban so na me catch them say papa I may have the physique of a man but I have the heart and the mind of a woman. Papa if you me the point I'm making is that people like Otafrija na no to da kono ya boa me ma edru and that is what we must do as a people. Mami better wakasa about the affirmative action bill. See, a team passing here say at least 30%. During appointment, it just say a country. Look, we must make sure that we follow that law to the letter. It doesn't matter which political collaboration is in force. Say 30%, they say you hear at least a man 30%. It doesn't make sense. I know it's a man's world. We are there. A man will be on top, but at least see a pejaya manua, they will go along with us. Are we not tired? Say they be each of money. Until one day, because now when you don't bounce each of money, are we not tired? Say they be your school fees. Until one day, when you don't know about your fees, are we not tired? Say they be any fees, say mama. Look, when we empower women, yeah, better than because baby, the women will become our strength.
Yeah.
So that women inclusivity is a project. All of us as a country, we must speak on. It must get to a point to be a women president.
Yes.
Yes, we must push that agenda. If not now, it can be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sabi, even if it will take us 50 years, as you work towards that agenda, say Ghana should be to many why president. And look, am I less corrupt? Apart from people like Give to Awaremo. We give to Awaremo in Nasefua. A man can be less corrupt.
Yeah.
What they are there a job answer or say. I believe says he pushing ma into our body politics. So when few women like now call your mom, you know, Mami Obeton was saying Crosby, right?
Yeah.
And a few others, it may find it their way into politics. Now you remember Korea, you sign Janasi Bigo and it doesn't make sense. Even if they are fought, we must find a way to say it. And untina you do see penny and near how no. And almost I know, ya dear swab, near the jow, ya dear jow, near the swab. Into what penny, it was so casa. The patronam Katia
yeah.
As a leader of delegation and same be on with Jamam of Franenka, Nabra be praprich, they Sebi in Penufuanim, coming who Yansan. Babako should be a chikramanaka. Na my fetcher because oh I don't know what can say and so na sem na kodeda name say one kasa eji jinam na sabi obi a won na tena pense no kudampu na wode na dija semba beto abontia honorable chairman, you have apologized and that is why me na no to that some of these things mean projecting be brave, but I think say we must learn from this, and in the stead of say ye be ken same hunu etia yema to denigrate their integrity, to denigrate their pedigree, let's rather use words a bit projective so that women will also have a place in this man's world. Now, apart from that, me sounds what they say, mame, former Chief Justice Tokunu, Edna Sem Ko Ecowas Court in Abaguna. You see, sometimes, Mira, yempenyi funu be imperfect too. Na no to da kotina wakunya kese. Ama me too ma for say, mami. Ebe ya nka baby tina no kwase me say animguase ne de one idea dware because in the history of Ghana say utimi ne obi te say honorable apenyo mark and hihya ho not just one day utimi de assemble down na mutimi empa no nkrofo mamudi asem no that very day. What are you telling the judiciary community of the world? And the person which then says same impanyufo anim ya ye chief justice there enye se wonim de na emum waton wadwuma na genchene. It doesn't make sense. It certainly doesn't make sense. And time wa mami efri so no an ye behu kura say wasian fa Godfrey dame kura say wasan so ye nemre nimni kasamafo na nemre nimni penia wo twitwaje no. The same person or yes say oni obi kwa kwahye ho say onkonkwaje sick leave abra japa ne hondodo no. Such a character in the person of Godfrey dame utimi fa no say oni pa ko no konko dwanje wa. It's obvious. Senya na Ghana fo bebre kan no kre no ehifa na president Mahama kra fom ya enunti mami enya kukudru kra say what tam asem no e dia kweko. Look, article 144 ye clear when it has to do with appointment of CJ appointment of a year Supreme Court judges any how sabi it was ye yim wedi and you yim free sir to media. Yes, yeah 146
article 146
maybe
yeah.
Did I mention 146? Oh, I said 146. 146.
It's 146, yeah.
You understand? Very clear. And say asamno abaye president who the petition the man no. Send article can we even read article 146? Meaning say bia obetimi ama ya kan article 146 because some of these things can make us say ye koswa etu enwura egu Ghana fo ani and it is not helping. Obi akwakoye say ana obi mpe ma metoko no asem. It's not that way. In any case, Mami are now no ye electoral commissioner. What they saying? Charlotte say. Feel quite bonia ye de Charlotte or say efaso. Charlotte say crowd ya mani kwan yo. Ama na mama church na same. Even in the case of Mami Metoko no, President Mahama ma kwan ma utro tin ebe church na wasem. That kind of equity was given. Eti ediembio oko ye wan crofo ne di asemu yesi asemu unni bimum what am asem no say what they call equal score thinking say bia obakodi enkunim ho me bacho menim so betimi aboa me. I was trying to work on it but I cannot that article here. Now can you follow letter by letter ni Mr. say if na President Mahama efom you don't need to be a lawyer. 146
talks of how the removal of justices court.
Exactly.
Or a chairman of regional tribunal.
Okay.
Until okay, can take 146.
Enti we no ye be kenkan na ye bisa wona etie ensem. Say he fa Kaya udru I think 10 wa. What I say, the president or whoever is the president, is obliged to work with the outcome of the committee report.
Committee report, yeah.
And you say we are president. You can choose to say committee ni say yen sakino. But me as president Mahama,
no.
Me na Ghana for 1.7 million. Into me sakino. No, you are bound by law.
Yeah.
Committee no we
it doesn't work that
way.
And
committee ni chile say, "Mami tokunu we gunu hu fi poto." Onyo obi a osefata say we ye can say chief justice. Na mami sebi wa ye niema bebre a ensem fata a efra Ghana mra. So President Mahama as leader who respects and upholds the integrity of Ghana's constitution will only have to work with the dictate of the law. President Mahama anyini then Otamu Asemino and the ECOWAS court. Thinking say ECOWAS for no what are you saying? You are talking about the sub-region court of the land. Omidi Asemino so what's happening so be in them. Ana yetugui. Ni amami bring na ne say ni social security you. Sa de no se ne kwaye no. Ai bosumi akatua naka. Bosumi akatua no so aka so a. Social security so esanke de man ko pension so aka. It's na me better na hanum send 2 maamefo ahead of schedule say maami. Try na any mpanyimfo ka so that we design your exit plan. Me 2 maamefo pa o. Maami amfa. Wahu anka maami wo fa ya anka you retire your salary. Ni aye de. Ayeka.
Madam for back or see a shegu or see a bapete.
Ni aye de ayeka. But yes you are the free. Now see there's a reason why even though we a bad example to use.
Yeah.
Court kesiye bi wo Ghana. Ye wo etrebe miensa. Esisi hon mu a. Ye hire se senkrofo no nyina they were executed. A bad example because in our bid to consolidate our democratic credentials, yen kase sebi yen so coup d'etat so.
No.
Ana yen kase say obi I edi anyambransam kra yemfa kwan bone so ni to the extent say ye be kuminepa. But the history in nature say, and that is what we can learn maybe from us as a people say sa entwanchiano yensu animde wo because uni mochna ebia those judges were thinking say at that point in time Ghana nyina de mrana mo you say the law rests in the bosom of the judge entin kamiako say but the future proved them wrong. The future proved them wrong. What do I say? Me what they saying? Brapeni, Listo Wenanapuku.
Yeah.
Was it time is the mightiest judge? It is sometimes you think so we BB will be a body or so, but what's not bedroom? It is so we a judge. Na se would ya somewhere. Sabi enye President Mahama na aba ana ohwe afi system no asesa en kam yakwa say almost all the judges in the past no juma no mu die na Ghana fo mu bi say sabi as MPP na asomo enye judges ni nyina wo bi ti say Justice Jewu oye known MPP judge bra papa yi a contested on the ticket of MPP somewhere in the voter region oye MPP ni
okay
na what push na ko Supreme Court. Now, is it Tadio sorry? That time or lead advocate for Speaker of Parliament. Yeah. I'm raising this matter in the court. Say, Papaya or interest, vested interest. In Sankabeya, he must recuse himself from the committee of judges. Mami toko no catch the Ghana phone and I say, a bit from different political background. Can you imagine?
Yeah, Baba, not ya baby D and Como. No too, but mammy call Abena Ampo for Owusu a communication team member Edema NDC. Abena saying,
oh, Yamina do me who you're now.
I'm Miss Achem. The Caffan say, even
Cape Coast.
If I'm him,
staff quarters at the side of
the mass, I've got this. Hey, no me do meet him there na me ebe no obi a me do solace na me na ma kopo no for lebia.
No to line.
Must mean London Bridge.
London Bridge so common. Obi anyim London Bridge.
Ogwa.
But
you must mean London Bridge.
Apart from London Bridge.
And I'm sound so in my himfi or Sabari Makwesi after the second. It's where me brother no.
Okay.
Yes.
Nana, what was I me from the Cape?
Me sound so in Cape Coast Castle.
Only Cape Coast Castle.
The never bonds are more popular because of
and who does them. You make anyone.
But baby or being you may become back at the annual I am paying.
Okay, minimum a baby a cotton
FM. That is London Bridge.
London Bridge. Okay.
Let him for you.
Just a baby, maybe I'm also more. I mean, Kakum National Park.
Kakum National Park.
I want to keep Coast.
Yes, Central Region, or Cape Coast.
It's London Bridge, one of them. And they Fakwa.
Class one.
Yes, that beat me, baby. I can't.
And Bacano.
That be.
And you manachin.
Maybe I mean,
and you man come for. And you Jim. And you mention.
When you man off.
Now got to crab as well.
Photographers or
crab.
I see. Yes, Mabna. My President Bekasa.
Often I would have been.
O say,
there would have been.
Me Kwesiada.
Okay, maybe the cabinet. It's what the Abranamicas.
Dapi, maybe be a Kwesi.
No one you're lucky.
Man, you're lucky. And the Abna de Atol lies.
Pabnana Abnazin, sorry.
No, what's a man. My young share, and then some go punda or day of Hong Kong and some concrete bassa. Mojikano, your boshe, Sembia, Wesi, na Assembly C, no. Ghana Fupi, what's it? Mammy, April Papa, Apra, Sisia, Actibida, Semi Atama, Semi Jeko Scott. But Eco Ascot, so Bibe say, why dismiss Mame, Arabato Konun, some of the Kodan Honina. If you are a Boshe minority, reject PURC tariff hike, demands reduction. Nefe Yashe MPP's 2024 defeat proves NDC's founding ideas still matter Ghanaians, according to Yewra Chachu Chikata. No more in a say.
Oh, you to me as a so.
Until my uncle, former Chief Justice.
No, not some no edapa.
Oh, you do, huh?
And send you me guasi into another day to Maka. Send you guasaba.
And you guasaba.
And send you me guasi.
So the book of the Hague.
She may be up beyond phone call.
I
see.
Now, Mentazo don't padoko. That been to don't padoko.
What are the same?
That be a retirement pack, you see? Because she was dismissed. The retirement package in Onya.
I see.
W. Then so you're not putting what this, like what dismiss our work and no retirement.
On the end mood.
W. And then this room we draw. No, you personally be.
Abena, one dungeon, huh?
Oh, and so Susu.
And why my bobra brun?
Obobon. Obobon. My mama and your busy, my mom fa in Chiama wait here for the washer for the master of Fin checker some my ya papa is excellency John Dramani Mahama. No sudden Fin checker some farmer, mammy, Ghana Medical Trust Fund Administrator.
Okay.
Mommy Bobie Adako, Opoku. Mensan and Fin checker some ma'am, papa, incoming greater courage, not chairman. Honorable Benjamin Danso. Number Fin checkers, my mamma brother. Incoming National Communication, National Deputy Communication Officer. For great NDC. Now, Berkeley, Simmons and Monfen checker, some farmer, and I'm Fen checker, so some more crew. And you're busy. My main tokununa semia, maybe metino. Now I made a pa because now I there, Casacasa na doors war issue no bay no. Now I do Bacadabia, Ghana and Brenny and Fan Brennan Fen Yejuma. Now, on into those Zuko Echo was Neko was for Hakaka. Not the final result now Obabano because them don't know what Jesus will echo was for no there echo was for bizarre man now our corner on the side no way too wide then ne dismiss and Baba with too na way in America no retirement you know too wide then wenya but Martin in there in Brandon to Mankade Ergon Umbra and Brandy Yambra into what 7 allegation as a quay ya was he when we there and someone there's a bay no and doing him for so.
My young Commissioning of Phase 2 of Central Oil Refinery whatever.
Okay.
Mampenyin wo hon mo pɛ dɔ ka bibi. Yɛkɔ na yɛnkafa na yɛntie ne kakra yɛsanba yɛbɔ
okay, man.
Okay. Atiatiafo mo ma yɛnkɔ tema. Sisia na yɛnkɔnkɔfa the commissioner of phase 2 of Central Oil Refinery. Nya ɛkɔ no. Yɛbɛsan aba mo nkyɛn biem na yehu nkɔmɔ a ɛda pono so kwan nam so a yɛbɛdi no afa.
In Ghana, process in Ghana, manufacturing in Ghana, employ Ghanaians, export from Ghana.
这是2期项目建成。
Our phase 2 expansion reflects that philosophy. With an additional 3 million metric tons of annual refining capacity, this project will significantly strengthen Ghana's domestic petroleum industry, improve national energy security, and position the country as one of West Africa's leading refining and industrial centers. Beyond infrastructure, this investment will deliver tangible national benefit. It is projected to support thousands of construction and long-term operational jobs, strengthen local supply chains, increase government revenues, reduce dependence on imported refined petroleum products, improve foreign exchange retention, and enhance Ghana's competitiveness across the region.
Reflected that philosophy with an additional 3 million metric tons. The country as one of the West Africa leading refining and industrial centers. Beyond infrastructure, the investment will deliver tangible national benefits. It is projected to support thousands of constructions and long-term operational jobs, strengthen local supply chains, increase government revenues, reduce dependence on import refined petroleum products, improve foreign exchange retention, and enhance Ghana's competitiveness across the region. This is exactly what industrialization should achieve.
Your Excellency, a strong refinery is more than an energy asset. It is the heartbeat of a modern industrial economy. Reliable energy supports manufacturing. Manufacturing creates employment. Employment strengthens families. Strong families build prosperous communities. Prosperous communities build strong nations. This is why we fully embrace strong families build prosperous communities, nations, government 24-hour economy agenda. A refinery operates continuously. Industries never sleep. Economic opportunities should never sleep. Every for a Ghana supplier or entrepreneur to participate in national development.
A strong refinery is more than an energy asset. It is the heartbeat of a modern industrial economy. Reliable energy supports manufacturing. Manufacturing creates employment. Employment strengthens families. Strong families build prosperous communities. Prosperous communities build strong nations. That is why we fully embrace the government's 24 hours economic agenda. A refinery operates continuously. Industry never sleeps. Economic opportunity should never sleep. Every hour of production represents another opportunities of a Ghanaian engineer, contractor, transporters, suppliers, and entrepreneur to the Pacific This also makes the beginning of an event big vision.
我们由衷感谢马哈马总统阁下。
We are deeply grateful to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, the Agri Minister Honorable Eric Opoku, for the confidence reposed in central groups through the Memorandum of Understanding to develop
the Agriculture Minister Honorable Eric Opoku for the confidence reposed in Central Group through the MOU to develop integrate full-scale commercial farming as a retirement program.
总统阁下，任何工业项目想要实现
Your Excellency, Mr. President, for any industrial project to achieve long-term sustainable growth surrounding local communities, residents, and we hereby make clear, solemn commitment. We prioritize local residents for employment, deliver skill development and technical training program. We commit to support the upgrade of community and public infrastructure, foster partnership with local indigenous supplies. We offer youth talent development initiatives. We offer scholarships, educational support programs. We uphold green development and compliant environmental management.
Central Group feels believe industrial progress must create opportunities for local business. And we hereby to make it clear sovereign commitment. We prioritize local business for employment, deliver the skills, development, and the technical upgrade of community public infrastructure, foster the partnership with local suppliers. We offer youth talent development initiative. We offer scholarship educational support programs. We uphold green development and environment management.
企业壮大一定会带动社区。
Corporate growth will innovate and benefit every Ghanaian, every citizen. Ghana has set ambitious national development goals, all fully achievable under current conditions. We see Ghana emerging as a major regional refining hub, a fertilizer production center, a petrochemical deep processing base, a logistic and export gateway, and a cluster for diverse manufacturing enterprises across West Africa. With Ghana's stable political landscape, forward-thinking leadership, and robust government business cooperation, the country holds immense potential to become the industrial gateway of the African continental free trade area. The Central Group will continue scaling up its investment to help realize this development.
In hand with communities advancement and industrial prosperity will ultimately benefit every citizen. Ghana has set up ambitious national development goals, often achievable under current conditions. We see Ghana emerging as a major regional refinery hub, a fertilizer production center, a petrochemical deep processing base, a logistic and export gateway, attracts diverse manufacturing enterprises across West Africa. With Ghana's stable political, forward-thinking leadership and robust government business cooperation, the country holds immense potential to become the industrial industrial gateway of the Africa Continental Free Zone area. Central Group will continue scaling up its investments to help realize this development blueprint.
把酒跳过吧，太长了，长累了。
We regard this not only as a business opportunity but a national responsibility. Agriculture feeds our people. Industry powers our economy. When energy and agriculture work together, a nation becomes stronger.
Allow me to extend my deepest gratitude once more. Thank you for your faith in private enterprises and your vigorous pushing for national investment really your grand vision. We will keep expanding our investments, deepen technology, innovation, deliver tangible industrial projects, and advance Ghana's economic transformation.
总统阁下及部长们，感谢你任何政协合作带来的。
We stand ready to be a reliable partner in delivering your grand vision. We will keep expanding our investment, deepen technological innovation, deliver tangible industrial projects, and advance Ghana's economic transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, industrial group must always create shared prosperity. That is why Central Group remains committed to local employment, skill development, technology transfer, supply development, community investment, and responsible environmental stewardship. We believe that the success of Central must also become the success of the communities around us.
And all of us, thank you for believing in the power of the sector. We assure you of our continued commitment to investor responsibility, operation safely, create opportunities, and contribute meaningfully to Ghana's long-term economic transformation. The salt we cut today is more than the beginning of another construction project. It is a symbol of confidence, a symbol of partnership, a symbol of industrial progress, all about a symbol of hope. Today, let us build a Ghana that adds value to its natural resources, creates opportunities for its people, and stands proudly as one of Africa's leader industrial economies.
最后，我谨代表神通集团向总统阁下。
Ghana that add value to its natural resources, creates opportunities for its people, and stands proudly as one of Africa's leading industrial economies. On behalf of Central Group, I thank His Excellency the President, the Government of Ghana, our partners, our employees, our host communities, and all stakeholders for walking this journey with us. Let me remind everyone again.
On behalf of Central Group, and thank His Excellency the President, the Government of Ghana, our partners, our employees, our host communities, and all the stakeholders. May God bless Central Group. May God bless the Republic of Ghana. May the Federation of China continue to flourish. And may the work we begin today create prosperity for the generations to come. Thank you.
Help me say thank you once more to the executive.
Executive Chairman of the Central Group, Mr. Chunin-Wan, for those brilliant remarks, calling us to create the Ghana we all aspire to, a Ghana where value addition propels our prosperity. Please, one more time, a round of applause. We thank you, Mr. Chunin-Wan, for your vision, for your courage, which has created this symbol of confidence in Ghana's future. Today, we want to acknowledge great friends of the Central Refinery and the Central Group. Joining us is the NDC Volta Regional Chairman, a very great friend of the Central family, Mr. Mao Tua. Please make him welcome with a round of applause. Together with us, it is certainly not complete without Mr. James Lee. Let's make him welcome to with a round of applause. And there's many more I shall be acknowledging in the course of this event. Mr. President, let's take you on a journey to the 8th of June, where we receive the first birth of the Jubilee here at St. And welcome to this historic event. It's the first ever Ghanaian Jubilee Football World.
It's not only the arrival of crude oil cargo, it is the beginning of a new chapter in Ghana energy and industrial transformation. Once again, welcome to Central Oil Refinery.
The first time in Ghana's history, as an oil nation, a cargo of Jubilee crude lifted from beneath our own waters has arrived not in Rotterdam on the Ghanaian soil at a world-class refinery in Tema. Your conviction that Africa must stop exporting raw materials and begin owning its own value chain is not just a business philosophy, it is a patriotic act for this continent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, for many years, Ghana exported crude oil whilst importing substantial volumes of refined products in Ghana. And this proves that following the completion of the first phase in 2024, which produced or processed 40,000 barrels, the Central Refinery is gearing up to commence the construction and completion of the second phase, which will have another 60,000 barrels of oil to be produced per day. Completion of the second phase, this will take the refinery capacity to 100,000 barrels per day. It is obvious that His Excellency President will, of course, and we are residents in the country and making it functioning for the Republic of Ghana.
Baby, the grasslands of the savannah to the coast of the south, expresses gratitude to Saint-Wo and all her partners for making this nation's dream come true, seeing our natural resources becoming investment for industrial transformation and national prosperity. Please, one more time, a round of applause. We want to acknowledge great friends who have come all the way. Particularly of mention today is the Anglican Bishop of Nkuranza and the Bono East, who joins us, Bishop Dr. Dawson Amoa. A round of applause. Thank you very much. He'll be joining us during the sword cutting ceremony to offer prayers. And joining us also is a great friend of Saint-Wo, a firm believer in the Ghanaian, to build Ghana to compete with the rest of the world. Alhaji Seydou Agongo joins us. Please make him welcome with a round of applause. Thank you. Today's event and these enormous investments certainly reflect the enduring friendship between Ghana and China. Here to espouse the meaning of that relationship is the ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Ghana. Would you please make welcome His Excellency Kong Song. And please do know that the translation devices are active. Thank you.
I try to be very brief. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Janapo, Minister of Energy and Green Transition of Ghana, Honorable Elizabeth Ofso Ajare, Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry of Ghana, Mr. Xu Ningquan, Executive Chairman of Santo Group, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm delighted to attend today's sword-cutting ceremony for Phase 2 of the Central Oil Refinery project. It is also my great honor to join all of you in witnessing the launch of this expansion. This commissioning represents not only a significant step forward in advancing Ghana's petrochemical industry, but also stands as a symbol of Chinese enterprises' strong commitment to the industrialization and modernization of Ghana. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy, congratulations on the launch of this energy cooperation project and express my sincere gratitude to all those who have long supported and contributed to China-Ghana pragmatic cooperation. China highly commends Ghana's firm commitment to advance energy self-reliance by setting the goal of ending raw material exports by 2030 oil field locally. Ghana is moving steadily toward industrial upgrading and greater value addition to its natural resources, a path that resonates well with our shared pursuit of win-win cooperation. The Phase 2 expansion of the Central Refinery stands as a practical example of this cooperation. Upon completion, it will support Ghana in boosting its refinery capacity, improving its petroleum value chain, and in time, it will deepen our economic partnership and win-win cooperation. Guided by the engaging last October, China and Ghana have further deepened strategic partnership and advanced mutually beneficial cooperation. Notably, China seeks zero tariff treatment will apply to 100% of tariff lines from all 53 African countries having diplomatic ties with China. The policy will not only open broader market access, allowing more quality and distinctive Ghanaian products to reach households of China, but also encourage more Chinese enterprises to invest and operate in Ghana. We hope it will bring greater investment and opportunities for Ghana's industrial upgrading, strengthen Ghana's capacity for self-sustained development and deliver tangible benefits of such cooperation to businesses and people of both sides. In closing, I sincerely wish today's ceremony a great success. May this project mark a new beginning of even closer partnership, and may the friendship and cooperation between China and Ghana continue to flourish and prosper. Thank you all.
The People's Republic of China to Ghana, thank you for those warm words and for all you do to promote Ghana-China relations. Mr. President, when you spoke those words, natural resources must become investments of industrial transformation and national prosperity. I believe you had very little idea of the momentum which these words were going to gather across the continent. Today, thanks to the President of the Republic on the continent, are seeking to reduce reliance on foreign imported fuels and retain a large value of their own petroleum deposits. Here to articulate the benefits and efficiency gains in the area of trade, agribusiness, and industry, would you please make welcome Ghana's Minister, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu Ejiare.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, Consul, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Ghana, Honorable John Jinapo, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Mr. Shu Ninkwan, Executive Chairman of Central Group, heads of public and private institutions, captains of industry, NIM and NAME, management and staff of Central Group, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I join my colleague minister and other dignitaries to welcome Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana and champion of industrial transformation, to the industrial hub of Tema. Today's event is a direct answer to the question Your Excellency posed a few months ago. Thus, whether Ghana's vast will be recorded only in export statistics and royalty payments, or for which world-class thriving local enterprises were built. Today, we begin to write that answer in concrete and steel. That this second phase is now a reality is itself a testament to the private sector's vote of confidence in Your Excellency's government, a government that has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to fiscal discipline, debt sustainability, and macroeconomic stability. It is that confidence, grounded in policy consistency and a predictable investment environment, that has brought shovels to this ground today. U.S. investors across Morocco, China, the United Kingdom, and beyond have confirmed a deepening and genuine interest in Ghana's business environment. It is no surprise then that companies such as Centro have moved from interest to action, committing additional investment in the second phase of this project. This is a partnership built on shared ambition to see Ghana move beyond industrial production. My ministry has been in active discussion with investors to establish downstream industries that will deepen our manufacturing base. This refinery gives us the feedstock security to attract petrochemical manufacturers, fertilizer blenders, and plastics processors, not as energy products, but as export-oriented manufacturing investment. As the architects of this industrial transformation, you have given Ghana's private sector the confidence to move beyond raw material exports to semi-finished and finished production. And we are grateful for your leadership. I think he needs a big round of applause. for Chairman Shu and the Central Group, Ghana's industrial sector is growing ceramic tiles, steel, recycling, building materials, and now phase 2 of this refinery is evidence of long-term belief in Ghana's industrial agenda. Let us emphasize that each facility you have built has created jobs, transferred technology, and deepened local supply chains. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 100 years from now, they will see the day we stopped exporting our crude and started exporting our genuity, our industrial capacity, and our finished products. They will see the foundation upon which world-class thriving local enterprises were built, enterprises in petrochemical, steel, ceramic, automobile, pharmaceutical, plastics, paper products, agro-processing, and beyond. They will see a Ghana that turned its vast mineral wealth into vast industrial wealth, Your Excellency. And they will record that Your Excellency began a question you asked and an answer you channel into pause. To the Chairman, management, and staff of Central, we commend you for your fortitude and hard work as we partner to take advantage of the market opportunities offered under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. When the President is here, your speech must be brief. I thank you.
One more time, help me appreciate Ghana's Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofuswe-Jare. For a moment, please think about this. If the situation in the Strait of Hormuz had persisted for 2 months, how was our energy situation going to look like? But thanks to one man and his boss, long before that happened, they had put in place a plan. And so whatever happened, ladies and gentlemen, we were insulated from all those whirlwinds. Put your hands together and let's celebrate leadership that makes things happen. It's my pleasure to invite Ghana's Minister for Trade, for Energy and Green Transitions as he delivers his remarks and officially introduces to us the President of the Republic, the Honorable John Jinapo, MP.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, my colleague Minister, the Minister for Trade and Agribusiness, Your Excellencies here, distinguished guests. It is indeed a great honor, it's a privilege for me personally as the Minister responsible for the sector to witness the sword cutting ceremony for the second phase of the Central Oil Refinery. As the MC reiterates, a lot of you would have witnessed the shocks and the major disruption that a lot of countries witnessed during the US-Iran war. Here in Ghana, His Excellency the President convened the meeting and gave us his express instructions. One, take steps to cushion Ghanaians. And so for about 2 months, we provided 2 cedi subsidy on diesel to cushion Ghanaians. Not only did we do that, we ensured that we did not have supply disruption. A lot of countries witnessed unease, a lot of distractions because they did not plan. But the most important point was when His Excellency directed that we must produce our own crude, process our own crude, consume our own crude, and stabilize the economy. And so not long ago, myself and the Minister for Trade were here to witness the delivery of about 1 million barrels to the Central Refinery. This second phase is even more important because in line with His Excellency's vision of resetting Ghana and adding value to our own products and resources, we are going to take the Central Refinery from a refinery capacity of 40,000 barrels per day to 100,000 barrels per day upon completion. So we are anchoring energy security. We are adding value to our own resources. But more importantly, we are creating jobs. And from my discussion with the chairman, the employment level will move from about 700 or 800 to 1,500 upon completion of this refinery. That means we are impacting homes. We are also anchoring our economy, protecting ourselves from global shocks, and stabilizing our currency. And so for those of you who think that it's just figures, we are talking of real employment and real jobs for the people of Ghana. And you can also see when it comes to the currency stability. And more importantly, following the developments at the world stage, it is obvious that you are also going to have a positive impact at the pumps. And so on behalf of the President, I want to congratulate the staff, management, board of the Suonte Refinery for doing this marvelous job. It shows that South-South cooperation can lead to economic development and the mutual benefits for China and Ghana's relationship. And I thank you, Ambassador, for your hard work and what you are doing for us. Before His Excellency assumed office, our own refinery was down. From 2021, the refinery had been idling. It got to a state where the then government decided that they will give it out for 22 million. When we assumed office, the President said, no, turn this refinery around. Today, we are producing about 28,000 barrels from our own refinery. And when you put Central, and when Central completes their work, and Tamawa refinery peaks based on the work we are doing, not only are we going to be self-sufficient, we are going to export the excess that we produce here in this country. But to do that, we must increase oil production. And I'm happy to note that following 6 years of continuous oil decline when it comes to production, this year we are turning it around and we are going to increase our own oil production. On another day, I'll tell the full story. Today, we have His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to witness the sword cutting ceremony to commence the construction of the second phase. I think that in this very short period, Mr. President has shown that leadership really matters. And that when you have the right leadership, this country will be put on a sound footing, on the right path, and the people of Ghana will benefit from his leadership. And today gives a testimony to what His Excellency the President has been working very hard to achieve. The reset agenda, which we are all witnessing today. And so it is my singular honor, privilege to invite the man on whose vision we are making significant progress in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, to deliver the keynote address. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kindly resume your seat. Thank you very much, Minister of Energy. and green transitions, let me acknowledge the chairman of Central Group, my friend, Chairman Su. This expansion is not merely an investment in infrastructure. It is an investment in Ghana's future. It is an investment in our energy security, in our industrial growth, in our job creation and economic resilience. By increasing domestic refining capacity, we reduce our dependence on imported refined petroleum products. We strengthen the reliability of our fuel supply chains. We retain more value within our economy and create opportunities for Ghanaian businesses and Ghanaian workers. More importantly, this project positions Ghana to meet growing domestic and regional energy demand while enhancing our competitiveness within the West African sub-region. This milestone comes at a particularly important moment in our national journey. Over the past several months, Ghana's economy has begun to turn around. Macroeconomic stability is steadily being restored. Investor confidence is returning, and the foundations for sustainable growth are being strengthened. Businesses are planning with renewed certainty and predictability, and investment is beginning to flow back into our productive sectors. International partners are once again looking to Ghana with optimism and confidence. And so the expansion of Central Refinery is both a reflection of that renewed confidence and a contributor to its continued growth. Ladies and gentlemen, investments in our upstream petroleum sector also reflect this new optimism. In the upstream industry, we've secured commitments totaling more than $3.5 billion US. This includes approximately 2 billion to 20 new to support additional field development and exploration activities. And this is what the Minister for Energy was talking about. We've committed the upstream players to invest more money to drill new wells to raise the volumes of oil and gas that we are producing. We've also initiated the process for the commercialization development to enhance production and ratified a new petroleum agreement in the offshore Tano West Basin to support future reserve growth and long-term production. These interventions are already yielding results. For the first time in several years, Ghana is poised to record an increase in crude oil production, reversing the decline that has characterized the sector for several years. Production from the Jubilee field has increased 1,000 barrels per day to about 85,000 barrels per day currently. The 10 and Sankofa fields have also recorded measurable increases in output. These gains demonstrate that through targeted investments, sound policy interventions, and effective collaboration between government and industry, we can revitalize the sector, sustain existing assets, and unlock new growth opportunities. I'm also happy to report that Exploco, which is the operating arm of GNPC, is poised to begin onshore drilling in the Voltarian Basin before the end of this year. When I say onshore, it means on land. offshore. So far, all are discussed. So GMPC is going to explore that oil before the end of this year. Ladies and gentlemen, our objective is clear. We're building an energy sector that is productive, competitive, resilient, and globally relevant. That vision lies at the heart of what we have called the Accra Reset. The reset is about repositioning Ghana from a nation that primarily exports raw materials to one that processes, manufactures, refines, and to create jobs, support businesses, build industries, and improve livelihoods. Whether it is crude oil, it is gold, bauxite, lithium, cocoa, or any agricultural produce, the future belongs to nations that move beyond the export of raw materials and embrace value addition. The future belongs to nations that refine, manufacture, and export their finished products. And this is why the kind of investment Ghana needs at this stage of our development. It strengthens our industrial base, it deepens our energy value chains, it creates employment opportunities, it supports local industries, and it advances our broader objective of transforming Ghana into a modern industrial economy. The Benefit Refinery creates a wider ecosystem of economic activity. It supports transportation and logistics companies. It creates opportunities for local contractors and manufacturers. It stimulates demand for engineering services, technical expertise, fabrication, maintenance, and professional services. It generates opportunities across multiple sectors of the economy and creates a multiplier effect that benefit communities and businesses alike. For this reason, local participation must remain central to this project. Our local content agenda must be viewed not merely as a regulatory obligation, but also as a critical pillar of our national development strategy. We expect meaningful participation by Ghanaian companies, investment in skills institutions and training centers. And we expect the transfer of technology and expertise that will enable future generations of Ghanaians to lead and innovate within the energy sector. Energy security remains fundamental to national development, and no nation can industrialize successfully without reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy. The government therefore remains committed to supporting investments that expand domestic refining capacity, strengthens energy infrastructure, and improves the resilience of our energy system. In the downstream petroleum sector, we've pursued important reforms to improve efficiency, transparency, and sustainability. The Petroleum Downstream Sector Reform Committee has completed its work and submitted recommendations which are now being implemented. At the same time, I'm pleased to report that the Tema Oil Refinery has completed its first major turnaround maintenance exercise in 4 years and has resumed crude oil processing. Plans are also underway to enhance its operational efficiency and increase its refining capacity. And my understanding is that in July, when they have fully ramped up the capacity, they will also receive a parcel of Ghana's own crude. Despite the geopolitical tensions and volatility that have characterized global energy markets in recent years, Ghana has maintained stability in the supply of petroleum products. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, working closely with the National Petroleum Authority, BOS, industrial operators, and other stakeholders, has ensured that the maintenance of country continues the rest to our neighboring countries. That future will strengthen our currency, it will improve our balance of payments, it will deepen industrial capacity, it will create opportunities for thousands of young Ghanaians, and it will firmly establish Ghana as a leading petroleum, manufacturing, and industrial hub in West Africa and competes. Let us continue to build an energy sector that drives growth, investment, and prosperity. And let us continue to build a nation that creates opportunities for all its people. Through the reset agenda, through industrialization, and through strategic investments such as this, we can transform our natural resources into lasting prosperity and secure a brighter future. I congratulate Central Oil Refinery on this significant milestone and wish the project every success. I thank you for your kind attention, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
The President of our Republic, the Chief Resetter of our nation, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Please, one more time. Please be seated. Many thanks to you, Mr. President, for that warm and thoughtful keynote. Yours is an expatiation on your earlier position that natural resources must become investments of industrial transformation and national prosperity. We thank you ever so much. It now falls to Mr. Eric Lin, Head of Operations at the Central. Thereafter, we shall ask all our friends from the media to please stand in readiness as they proceed outside to join the bus to await the arrival of the President and the official party.
Senator forward dying. Adai kama townhouses 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units across selected communities one cry baby to say Edinkra Heights a cantonment Eagles Place and a Royal Tivoli was Sakumono a Meridian Gardens a walk like one almost say one more air tone a patch of Opedaya Twa Fresnet 4 was 0244 593 276 so and I call one more office was 6th floor Rich Towers and crying here now one and could D and come Abena.
Okay, sure.
Oh, there you try young Comono Doma. Yeah. My entry now ye Casafa a former CJ. Yeah, get to Daraba is about Tokonu. Ninsema Ozeke Dan Ecowas Court wa Begu. I can't be so Oyim Guazema.
I'm saying him glasses will be him doing him glasses.
I see.
So no feed the Orokona waka kana waki biaman. But more than there. I won't impose you only court news. Court news is any different from when you pay Baka. And the political parties may Baka. In the political parties in Yabaka be brains, and I see also Nanka who knows and one from Quakuas and one from Equas will go to Moye. Then Yamina do Equas was a final judgment and was Abba. And with the judgment that year who know, so one able with difference. Mamma, no, you're competent.
On your competence.
On your competence.
Why there is
that be say you can okay, you put remaining as Chief Justice of Crampona. Wait, Pempenson you Ozazi Quay, you don't how incompetent that she is. Because if you are if they be able to aye Jumano, Jumano
or you're competent and can fan coho.
There's a corner with the K then because I then I serve on mine and also so a political appointment. It is a party, but not a party, it's a cutting if you can you today. Yen you be able to move and over Beshawan name. Honestly, so I be a dead quick was.
One can't cut a fake a crow. Nay, what friend then? Nancy, Yabia. Nancy,
there was a sign in the Yano. Nina balls back there, when I cut a fake a crack. Say, you won't say no, womb. Nay, who more ye. Nay, Ben, you with the damans, you know, soon fatter do idea more, Chief Justice. It's a corner, I will catch you one whom a crack. Nay, and for bimbra. Also, on task.
I'll catch it on there, Wabre.
That's why
maybe so don't catch them on their brain.
Oh no, I can't change why, but I was in this year. And send a remover here. Or your 7 claims. No, what you know. The damn 7 claims here. So what you show because when the court no sorry that no was in there. What claims they go. Well, by you show me no way in your result. That's why to my final judgment. And 17 in what you show me one day. It's for so in there. Oh, Anna. And so I there. It's when Sana no open all the way. Nana so akaji na enyim guase. Nti enyim guase akwa aba. Nti odo ko na katena fie. Na sisi ana aho na se na enyim tusa na ofi ba asere kwa. So im na tusa na obabanyi. And okay, na ka sha maintenance so. Say yes nkomo.
Asa ka na, es ba ka aho na ama ka fie no em so.
Say on no so ntase. Nti ozo ko baby ofi dey bia okwa
Obezaman
na na akoma atoni yim enti kebi mam no ni oni resort na waban sisi a court wo ye hwehwemu wa ye hwehwemu wo hu de wan kasa wo claim na ez be na es ye mfenji da do na ye mfa mbu asam no asam ne ye hwehwemu ne ye hu de oye nkwase asam sabe enti oye asam a ye botum ya aka de ye agya atum na ye aka de tue wo adwuma no do oye asam a oye enti oye de ye tumu ma ekwanchen into catch him as someone aha and the disagreement is not an evidence able to mark a day minjin to for what evidence bre ma make it it's not no them not until he say miss for court work no I the man ye ba fan because on yes on NDC you know get no okay and MPP no get no work echo was fun was a yaba into was abaneze yen Ghana for the tumpa into your no one ase me ba ka che ko was
okay all right Nana ma yen hwe PURC4 nia wonom de aba how much they say between 2026 up to 20 is the network is bad and usha enyoma wonom ejina so se wo mo de to ensuo any light ebuo ni mu a kamia ye say ensheda ntwasumu sa Nana your take on this womuntum yajintum asomai
Atafrija
yes
quickly mirror but it's important to say you bet through a bit light on the Central refinery namde rahwa no
okay
but just for the records unseneo EI 144 that executive instrument somewhere in 2022 online be adwuma obekaya command say nkamia kwesi si an Achimota forest na yibihitwa ne aton atiwa forest yibihitwa ne aton
yeah
under the able instrumentality of the hard-working Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Yeah.
Menoka say that law stands revoked. Inti environmentalists ahodwa no mususu say Achimota forest be free and sano. And ne kwabrani wuntimi mfa uchensi nkonkusi mu nka say wa wele for family forever and ever. Inti that is what must be put on record. Maybe yakuye ni no. And yeheka hono ye deba betudwa. And it's the same minister Nabekaya LI 2462 or revoke here. That was the same law and one law President Akufo-Addo Breso say Bekaya omji2 mu better they say afi ubetimi akoye kwa ebretu na wakwa fuma gudia eye owura amakufibu abae no se wo hunu so mfaso esan say ye kwa ebretu no an yeguso say no out of the Yakwaburi to a Dawson Bear 44 dear Yasen.
Yeah.
Yes, 44 towns ravaged. And Tinuti say, Adia, say, oh man, sorry, Naya me and Yam, Reso Maya. Maybe by Yinya, quite fair in Chima. So you bought on my basso and every year. Central refinery, I'm saying you didn't come off as a
not yet
money 4 times, honestly. And then first they are more educating on that matter, and of course uti commander omo bonwa na just when it comes to ceramics omo ya pa but yen can say adwuma yin so aba e be boost to the economy of Ghana in the country wo fango and so just crude no want to crank because come ya say we be sign a shape yakwa no ne ne refine no ato na boarding so the moment we nya partners bit central it's a step in the right direction. Barrels do you hear so mine per day. You hear somewhere around I think 100,000 barrels as some to be corrected. As we speak, a tema oil refinery almost about 28,000 barrels. I almost say in the coming months, almost some can be pushed up about 45 to 46,000 barrels. Now, we share near Saint Truth year. Kamiako say, see, I'm also baby 4,000 or more.
Yeah, 4,000 or more.
And you know, in Kamiako say we are fast approaching Dudua here. So, Yabeka, when we took over the reins of leadership, Adia Bakwa, a Belgian home in our Ghana, is the fact that now you need fuel, you need power, your generators, and your power plants in the idea. It's because we need to import refined fuel. And then, more Omampeni Abaso, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, Ose Adeoyo, Onuntinene, Obe President for a very long time. Ghana, whether Siako back to send your home of back here and for the better so now who rainy season and who dry season. For the first time in a very long while, I feel you who say who drew rainy season so they talk to say at it in Israel. Now Kaya. Israel do rainy season so they talk and such road on album or sister when papa do or minus what or many D. Yeah. A moon homa, a moonia, any more about 10 as original map when you cool this one. Name was the same people need or minus or many happening. Into a natural seminal abamua. It just said your bottom penny Mahama and then in Panfaba. So of course, to me, my rain fee Ira John Jenapo. He's doing so well. I mean, it got to a time where he was struck with this erratic power challenge. But Ura Jenapo Jan and also Mamenoka says, I can't be bunia. Them say Bob would one. But Mamenka way, I'm told to say there are some places in the eastern region. And Kamiako say it drew a year bria. Ana omudundum lights. Bebu hajis okutiani abaswamani ade. And we are following keenly. Omukos we ni sense mono. We will come and mention what their names. My catcher say. We can't now mubeye ye no. Yeah. Okutiani abaswamani. Ya said they do. Pabasum penyifu eka ho nyina and they no kase sentu abai yankoswa. Na yankase Ghana for no be should be strategic. The business community who are Ghanaians should be strategic. Eyadie. But sebi we oyamano nini. Most of them will be repatriated to feed the economies of China. Can you imagine if Anka sent to your Tafrija there after Ghana, Ghana, and until we keep pushing, say some of the mineral resources, young Ghana for no, you was capacity, young sorry na brane. Come around, let's push some of you so that you get that opportunity. And engineers and planners, one share you man say, but what Trent Crawford say. And if you come to airport to that area, be your quino, say asphalt to say concrete to say you a bit freedom on Marco Cape Coast. Beyond that, you can say astro test, a hodua, you see any summer dying there. Fantastic. Mammy found baby to say Christian Bogos in the area. Hit go fields, come ready for you. Nancy, I'm going to launch $20 million. Say, and only a corporate social responsibility. You remember so crew 209. $5 million. Every year across 4 years near there. So I believe say Ghana for no so capacity, but of course say you build your capacity to the level of century. I think we can learn from the century example. Nanka next year by this time, next 2 years by this time, with the next 5 years by this time. Say you pencro for moon so launch BBC na anke Ghana, and I think say a bit my boy be now. To a seminar beside when I said Besapani Kuni Haba, yet Tasina Banyansa for me say, who am a current Obi Beka nomenclature. The current agenda may pick it to become the Deputy National Communications Officer for NDC. Any asemia and Dahoya and Kamiako is Ubi Jina Babiaka say NDC bre so naba. One here Obekasa, name Obeka touch them. I have to be careful. On one side, you have to project the agenda of your party, but on the bigger side, Ghana must always win. You see, one thing I know, say Ubi yes or best President Mahama agenda. It will be entiase. Entiase because President Mahama knew you'll be ordering the man for. And I'm not saying say some of these things it doesn't fall off from cabinet. But there are times your institutional leadership are almost taking decisions without the hands of cabinet. And I want to believe say some of these things because on the flip side and Kamiako say Ghana 4% enjoy better life. It is say you enjoy better life. Now you say and Kania you say Kania ye be dia. And yes Kanu kwanso say you betum kakra. Now come enjoy better life. And yes sir. So we will come to a judge from the previous quarter rate. So inflation. So inflation say With this cabibri, HAC maybe. When more money is chasing fewer goods, that is basically inflation. But even Rollins defines it better. Or say when you are hungry, you feel it. That's the definition of inflation according to Rollins. Now, almost answer the price of natural gas. Or say the commission applied a weighted average cost of gas, price of 7.9708 blah 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 USD. And finally, say electricity generation mix, hydrothermal blah blah blah. And maybe before I forget, I think as a country we must start working towards renewable energy. No wonder President Mahama ete ministry no the green transition count. Send ye be ya bit me actually free the normal ones because hydro. Yes, we should be able to say solar. One renewable energy ewianensa. Was it? Etianka say ewiana ebebo senia otwe di ampo no asoma no. Ene ade yenhwe wind power. Oh, let's gravitate towards that kind of technological era. Ebetimi aboan na yenyina mahoade na gina brand. Of course, I trust the leadership of John Jenapo. So minim say senior ways in the often. President Mahama is the leader, fantastic. Minim say omitimi aye say ejuma no. Having said that, if you ask me as a citizen of Ghana, me kasama Ghana fu be NDC fu a wa mo be suma me. Na the impact of Saudi we one ebeso won so I think say PURC can come again. Do you know what? I am not saying say ensem na one more kano. Ana bia ejeso wonchuro. But this has been the daily routine. Anytime bia you better say ECG say PURC omo to enkania boom. Sebi same people net so. Sebi send this in net so no. Yes inflation. What the granted send another danko akufu at the time. Inflation to me move in 2022 echo 54%. Then PURC is right. Say yeah too. As I speak with you, inflation just say. So if inflation is why PURC say omo to enkania anenya mahwadin boom, they no mati. Because under the able leadership of President Mahama, inflation echo 54% no. And then about very low. And it doesn't make sense to me say and no na ye enyina so kesia ya de eto eye enyina mahwadin boom. Now, issues relative to Ghana cedi to dollar. Minya, enya Ghana na yewo ana cedi to dollar ratio called 23 cedis. Anu krampo ya tunka ina mbum saying under the leadership of MPP. Sometimes I'm tempted to feel say there are some people who hold more as a country, as a government. Yes, say Director of Relations now, I said, "Because say you know, I'm vetting me out." Man, fantastic man. We say there's some man fans and to become vetting committee now. What's an answer record?
Yeah, just say Madi because sorry.
That big Madi is a hard guy on Kasa, but of course, who say Oboss Uba, so praising Kakra. I see me a socialist with taste. Director of Elections. Director of Elections now, so we say no. Director by there, and who he has a mekasa. And I'm feeling you preko. But the point I was making is say, already a PURC agent so no. Who say dollar to see the President Mahama. Under the able leadership of people like Uratu Forsen, who is largely in charge of the fiscal policy of Ghana. Yeah, Bank of Ghana governor Ure Siama, largely in charge of the monetary policy of Ghana. These guys have done so well. It's me who say PURC in Aswano. They can come back again with further and better particulars. But if it's the normal CD dollar ratio, if it's the normal inflation energy mix there, I think say President Mahama da romanti ye twem ho no. Me papa ba ide ma me fensi ya.
Okay, mama nko
I say we channel.
Na say wo ba ya waba. Waba.
What's me a socialist with taste.
Taste.
But interesting one was me na know two videos around 2023 2024 December.
Okay.
Then I know current ones. But me say no boom. What is me say? Levels no.
Amen. So onim say papa nti yesi to magufi hatabonti ya emfra. Anye bia President Mahama bay. Say the inflation aba for me. Ye ko to ade wo marketer menya so mfa so.
Yeah.
President Mahama Daruma see to we ene se na oton no e bia $100. Inflation is what into e bia benya no $70. Eti President Mahama amamu emfra mani bi na ebo me na ka ne omo so be ye.
Nana,
Akani omunso beye.
Kasaye.
Me say, Akani omunso beye.
Why mo beye?
Obesoka, say Yakuti ni mira.
Salamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Nana si Akani omunso beye.
Yeah, branch elections are like I say, the 5th day of the exercise. So far, like I say, it's so good. What you say, the DB and your branch for what they did.
Okay.
No. A young woman constituency elections. Our interest. Almost on the 6th more, Bugabi and Nimono. And I raise tension. Yes, at the branch for that year says, elections. You could eat your obey Juma at the branch.
Okay.
So far, like I say, so good. I mean, who be a winning branch organizer or Elembele, one of the branch. Jubilation war year pass, obey Juma, Kummuhammad or Muhammad. What was that?
Yeah.
I am so happy so far. Yes, and we'll move from this state to the constituency elections.
That will be
in September.
In September.
Okay. Wait there, in the next 2-3 weeks. There.
Okay.
One thing I say, fee, concert. So theater groups, we are constituting to board the party. Now, we are. I don't see interest in so that will happen.
Things like
they say don't know concert.
Concert beat is
Ebini say be a vote me say was my 8 years. Baby on your vote be no. Anya crap no. Unya audited. About cross akoye no I future audited. No ajai afare hospital. Wa jai hospital at for. Na obi aba within 1 year. Who say when there idea 1 year 8 years. Because on no betimi aye.
Na say the Kenya Japan aka kire won say home njai what na so 8 years went to me and you be aba party just 15 months aba power just 15 months. No, do you expect the person to do that? But it doesn't make sense.
Police and them go meeting to cause Ken strong.
Yes,
Ken is strong say Ken is stronger. But you cannot have a programmer. Anybody when you flag bearer. Say na be ye demonstration on be demonstration na man for akwa no mu ka say no Ken ye Ken man
etie for mo dia mombra Facebook na edas no bra Facebook na be hwe bi bra Facebook na be hwe tournament to pa mu da mu
we MPP ba me nkrofo
ma mu na so duba be hwe o de bra o de be hwe
ya men to kwa kwado o kwado to kwa nsenia
ha.
But where the serious foul? Video me first time I make it.
Oh no, and I dear woman say, where a about me phone run a call. Hey, MPP phone call. And I went to Bobby phone and a bear say, Bobby Ken must go. And now more moody Bobby in a boom in Coffee. So Bobby Crawford support to Ken. And I go on your and support the case. That's what is happening. And this is what is happening. Oh,
they say that may be say. Me na me MPP, mo the media grow. Me say, me the MPP for baby. Where so I say me can as people are not taking me serious. Almost say begu say now. Say almost shall say as a CSO. I know mo ba me do konte be.
But all the same, we are focused on building the party. Government say the Juma government in a year. And our internal elections tomorrow. We are now going to now focus on the next level. As I say, party in elections. About there was some more my Ghana. Na party no so ehwe. The beti me ayaka chairman for say ye nipa na dey bring am the last 4 years no. Ejuma we e na otimi ye. Nti mu ekonya bi o ma. You bring money papa bi o. That's what we are doing. Oh, this is what we are doing because it's going to be in the 2028. We be catch us say di crofo buy no be yes sifia na mo ye. And I catch us say dey be mo ye na me mo police be bo my Ghana. Police na ma ye aso abapano a ejuma no. Nti these are the things we are doing. We say in nemu a menim say encheme free hako wo mo kra. This week we be in Ashanti region and other regions to monitor the process. Echo.
Madi, who Bejuma? Because many of big Kasaye, Pru East. I spoke with someone there, and the person told me, "Oh, Bibia did Dana Kwemo." Many of big Kasaye was Savannah, and also Oti region, and all these places, you know, only amount for D. Them say everything is.
Right, let me tell you, say,
cool.
Honorable Madi, but the CBB on him, it's even long overdue. Say, Obi take you over, even that very position.
Usually Thursdays, me share. Otuda Kona was at this same way now, and maybe also. Branch elections, NJB the 20, maybe on the 11th July. Minimum travel be set.
Na the one say dem work say we monk.
Oh, minimum travel be set.
We work say we.
We dey say me question, obeja what face obedi me.
No, but you see, now Sunday me for a long time. Now me can you see me on penny say obe can for no baby. Who say no na grown on pen. He's that type. O de adwuma no from. O de adwuma no nkoso. But Bible crash say na need the esano no.
Yam fa ni dey.
Efe nwura no. Ba ho. Eti we me ka na ascending crying. Because when you have element like this in NDC, I said I'm the kind of campaign. You no di achiri no. Osuan you di kind nanti. E ma ye nso ya na mo no. Etutu ni ye. Because he knows the job. And when you say obi nim ransa no obi a woni ma de bia nim say he knows the job. When you words of flattery and ya there. And ono ankasa ne honhomati ni mu. Ka kire ne say adwuma na wo ye no. Oni wo ye. Nti no ye bona ba so when you say bia sorry dia made na chimu but enye say bia no ho nkomo na e bia ye di.
Oya go to the business you must
ye nyina be di so manya supporter.
Ye nyina ye business.
Sorry akodi na chi na mo ja.
Why so?
Ye nyina be ka ye nyina ye business.
Na why there if there is nature?
Say you make akete ma me be da ko.
Ye kopenim die.
Na mo opedo aka no nka ho na die.
Na be ye kopenim die.
Na say you ye
kepenim die. Ye kepenim die ai.
Wamba anka won hwehwe dem nyindi na wo pe.
Oh, ye time je
why that one corner office?
Oh, say.
Why that one
corner office? Office. What about there? Office business.
Whether you go there or he comes
whether
here.
Mohammed go or Mountain come, we meet. That's it.
Hakanani. Madi.
Yes. But it is an American. Mr. Yes, members around this time. Elections now, your constituency branches in there. Your party activities. A party na executive member and executive binti.
Okay.
Say if you consider executive and MP binti na a party juma
party juma.
Once the party is solid, bibia e pe bia beba.
Okay.
But also started oh because of chairman we na mayor, because of secretary we na mayor here. I don't know the secretary will get what he want. But
the
party no enya dia ope. Enya onya dia ope. So let us all focus. Party Jumano, grassroots any stronger. When we move from there, when you get to the constituency, the do constituency won't say attention. Never free constituency for a very region for never pressure. When the baby is secretary, but so we understand all these issues. They will do the last one December. They the national officers, regional officers. Then now we move into the parliamentary presidential game the next year. That's where we'll have to start focusing to it. But we will not disappoint. God willing, we will not disappoint the masses. Ghana for in fact the last time when I was looking at the so far Soviets are back out. Even the wicked enemy crapple and my pass mark. Enemy go away, wicked enemy crapple and my pass mark. So because
wicked enemy.
As our school now, wicked teacher pan who passing his object.
To say mathematics.
No, my dear pan. Especially what did the next was so master so teaching. Was you who one pass my mama pass marks. Then you are best student.
Yeah.
Now ye ma pass by to Muhammad. No man around these 58 thereabout. And have track.
So IEA is the wicked enemy.
Oh, very about. Next IEA. Who said recently? Remember, I see or resign from the Council of State.
Yeah.
So go to MPP adwuma.
And back on so back to school.
They be back to school na go to MPP adwuma so.
And so go back to school. So we extend they are going back to do the old system no am here.
No, former test con
patron.
Na back no apia hene. Na apia hene, sa apia hene de obi anim so campaign MPP OPD.
Oh yeah.
On under his watch and sa the machines even say machines na ira no DVD no one so you know director of IT
when you say oh to kan air commercial you go to Sawan you go to Suho nanti va say nanti ko
benu dem tia
nanti ti do to
no just
ato very baka very ba
this MC Edru sino
yakwa nyinem it really matter say obviously we use the small time to engage our members.
For the record abusuafo mo hwe mini nachi honorable sorry koi
na so ndi mechi kwa say what set message we want to say what set message say
honorable esa nka you said that creative propaganda machinery near network no
I don't tell you send message I'm cross
so send message
what's the message
senior communicator
what's the message
we don't come obi agye
yampone
na pon preko na pon preko
me na
yampone eti madi
enyi sheka
ba amama NDC mu so ayakono say no nke me akwese obi a person or member of NDC so who follow critically like a person associate no say or NDC ni
it's a story we have not told for long. The story we have not told for long. And if I give you the statistics among for a picky branch membership some contest for data no you'll be impressed. Yes, you'll be impressed.
That means party na yakono.
Yes.
Very
and President Mahama appointment.
When you say these elections, among for new advert for branch elections on radio stations.
Yes.
It's true. It's true.
Madi.
Director of elections, Papa.
Obi send message.
Madi.
Na message no me nim because when you president, but was me be say reshuffle no be so time be. What's mean be so?
If people say because
government, the president knows the right time and what a time almost say appointment, you know. It went slowly and hits. But the good thing about it, this is the first time in the history of Ghana. Say Obi Awa promise say May 10. Now May 10 now, if it will even still cost the country. Now why 8? I have bought mine. Now man for be a say 1 year 10 you have not achieved.
You have not achieved. I'm proud.
It's a base 16 minister. And now I feel why 58. Obi say 1 year 16 have not achieved.
So savings.
But when savings. Hey, MVP.
It's great. It's great. But Risha for mom there a bad you. Not because president in you. Because all consider look opa from minister or ministry to ministry.
But sometimes if you see reshuffle, it doesn't mean say we are not doing well. In fact, you can understand say a team no for every sector and 3 years ago, so because I say these same individuals are they perform this way, you'll be surprised because people are looking at say when you birth certificate barcode in the sobi uncle for birth certificate barcode in the sobi but who show mobile or barcode on it which means I want to say barcode mo buy birth certificate barcode in the sobi
it's not busy
but the performance good at times you change to adapt.
Okay.
At times you change to adapt but whatever happens in here, we are not going to move away from the track now.
Okay.
Yes. But Bishop, for now there's a party there. They actually say because Mattis also around
national elections.
National Deputy
Communications Officer.
Advice no. Ombra, Manemba, Wababy.
No, baby, I didn't mind this shade.
Obi Ambaye.
For now, Obi Ambaye. On his table, Obi Ambaye.
His intentions.
You were hopefuls.
Hopefuls,
okay. Hopefuls. But I say what you say, honorable Oyomo na. Or say. But you see, it's good.
Yeah.
Party activity, and I say be per se to serve. Papa. You understand? Even the will to say I want to serve Nokrapo is greater.
Okay.
Today I tell you, say people who file our nomination are more than 430,000.
Wow.
The director of elections.
You say you know where trouble. Oh, so about to see on person on Casaname say, but you never
Papa, no, Yama can be Benyabiaka. I said, the boss about me boss about my minja and Quina.
W, say, I'll try the May as it. Because I want to know this, so you nanny,
some Macassa Vinticasa.
Oh, Mancasa, you nanny, busy. I'm the mere busy. I won't put a back in the busy. And
therefore, near maybe actually, I've been a Cojano. Yeah. But you're more NDC for and penny for Abaso. Some time back, yeah, it's in watching mono. Nasabi, unya NDC near down from Pua, near Pua and Mashu.
Yeah.
You know, I'm waiting to Wasante, but can the same thing natural. We know to enjoy. Ura and Nam Suma NDC by Fly Lieutenant Jerry John Rollins. Nansay NDC penny for and Unyamshe and Koma a year. Chairman General, I say doing Kitia, and in the team, of course, President Mahama, and in the team. Now, almost share in the new Yam Kessie at the party office at Tono. Now, Ure, you're saying it important. It's in Kamiako say if you ascribe to the ideals of such a proponent, then Kamiako say, well, we are talking about look. As new as 2025 betwaba and you move coffee say ye ne ye busuafo ne bi kodi nkomo say o hwe senia President Akufo-Addo de o man ne konwa o de yakwa hye amene mu a it may take us 50 years or more to recover inti yes science ano na yanto abane ma President Mahama enya hwe kura no wo ye president watwa mu a sebi wasua de I can tell you for free say nipa 100 na me no mkasa asada no a emu beye enson pe ana sesa o madwene so mbedi echi ene ade me kan ko wie say NDC has evolved now that kind of positive evolution I characterize the front of NDC more NDC from penny for nabaso especially the Asiedu Ketia led leadership.
Okay,
don't take it away from him. Don't take it away from that guy. Any the general secretary, Fifi Fiavikwete, organizer Yamin. In fact, Obia will kura position in this current NDC, whether region, whether constituency, especially at the national level. Jack, my yadi. Look, also over 430,000 or more.
Yeah.
And now pick forms. Some person branch executives. When your constituency executives. Branch executives, even at a time when MPP4 at two emura egun crofobia trim say the grassroots have been neglected. In as much as we believe say much is to be done for the grassroots, this position of the number of people are picking forms and also defeat that argument actually say they have been entirely neglected. I agree. Say party no more so I agree. Say there are people at the grassroots. It was a pay any home. I agree. Said 2028. Those that went into the dungeons with us. Omwa ye no mgwa hasu. Omwa no mte painting kwa. Nam tentenwa. A transu kwaye campaign. Some of them we need to take care of them. But of course, Rome was not built in a day. They be ameka say. Me amemeti hey. Mira. Me nso be a grassroots for ni bi. Ana abena me buy me manya position. I also in your position. But does it mean say sebi yenye adwuma ye for NDC? Does it mean say you go NDC and mass radio? So we believe say nya watro ewo Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. Was it bia wonimre? Your mna ye di gu your mna ye di twa. Enti obi de ba henemache a obi de beba no pa
me pam cho mu tie o
yen mu bi de eba via bia yen mu de shanadwo eti be person me catch the grassroots for ni say wo hwe adwuma ye mpanyimfo no ya I don't believe say they will ever neglect them yen na TV radio so say ba say ye mpanyimfo ni rate for mo a say mpanyimfo anim ye be kan mpanyimfo ye kura de aye lucky ye nya president awkasa no wati President Mahama but you know look ni mpanyimfo aye no ye mo mabaso and I'm so impressed say the number of people are ever forms to become branch executives and he has said it say anhwe kura nipa be 28,000 and one so say on be forms to become constituency executives region my national my it's yen to about the 1 million votes that is how strategically you arrange the structure of a winning political party it's another there from Chairman Asedun Ketia through the ranks to the last executive of NDC, we join the rest of the youth in salutation. Say Ejuma Mabama NDC no, Yenisopa. But of course, this also wouldn't have been possible without the alliance of the government machinery. Party is strong, usually when it's in opposition. When it comes to power, it's strong though, but of course, focus no shifting from party machinery to government functionary. And also how President Mahama Juma now President Mahama through the chief of staff ya papa Julio Zebra Juma omo put it across making sure say almost share near I'm not surprised say at least part in who because and found how hard the likes of General Sidun Kichamba ya Juma any idea sebi say President Mahama bay no so be da wa Juma no so anka enye maburu bia kono na anka pese wa perform so pese we branch executives nti abusia I think say hand in hand penyufo abadwuma pa government functionary superb party functionary superb I'm sure say together we'll be able to lead nti mabunu aka nyina say na me kire mo no me de MPP afa baabi me ana me yewom me gu party no nti no is better say obe join NDC the future is bright.
Party is able to make good. But party bu hono make good mpo na oyeye.
But me person me here no
konti. But we no so subana ba mo good mpo mo. Because subana wo de nezi ni kire de onye party oye de eye bebu na ekode kwa join.
Why?
Because APP owore ye ni nya kire the party we egu.
Dema.
Yes. Because mama kasem oyezin.
Party a.
That be oyezin.
What's it 2028? What you to me they free NDC in seminars we go
dabio 2 minutes de bia bronyi workers be worker the talk is cheap but the price to pay is tough ebo to mark but ni ye na be den obededi into others say worker obotum na ho na ot one mo baka de on pass pam farmer no em da as na ye no ye but still na baka de he obeyeye Kechiri atmas na into one anga some him does not worry no ye but still no obeja to me there or refined a political a odo be join now one branch election or polling station elections if you to kwa no si wase which tells you how to trust some MPP government way so if a young person that's they can kids down a party nature no why would you
I see now we have like 10 minutes, barely 10 minutes to go. Share finally what we just saw, the video, the footage that we just saw. The MPP's defeat proves NDC founding ideals still matter Ghanaians, according to Chachu. So I don't know. Nana, I don't know if you've read that story. You've gone through that.
I'll see NDC thing.
I say NPP's 2024 defeat proves NDC's founding ideals still matter Ghanaians.
Yes, of course. So even without reading through Nyayura, say the veteran Chachuchikata. Yes. Yes. So let me state, say I've not had the opportunity to go through Nyayura. Secondly, so my how I raise my issues may differ from the position of the veteran legal luminary. But of course, Sir Bruchin Aminkwada, Bruni Bamihu, and it's in Sunu to Anamada, Miss Sorry, who said for my phone. These are basics that we can all speak to. Okay, Niacha Chupas what saying in say. Sir President Mahama in your 1.7 million voter.
Yeah.
When Janaka. unya based on certain principles. We are no quality. It's in chain as that humble president, that visionary president, that focus-oriented president. So our president now or wakwademu, or that president that comes to the table with so much experience. We are one personal caliber. Of course, you also have to touch on Ejuma NDCA. To the extent, say, NDCC hospital, sir, maybe came with them. Afar Hospital is one of them. Siwa Hospital is one of them. Kumau Hospital is one of them. NDC, AC school blocks, Etunidi E blocks are maybe came with them. Aplawo is an example. See, Ebekaya, Aplawo hein, Ebekan say. Na do danko ekufado nyire ne ho na wo mesa sa yi block no a President Mahama esi ye ne yade no bodam, and that is not the exact words he used. I'm just being sarcastic. Okay. But the point is that na school no a President Mahama esi ne ye no under MPP na mfra enti wo hen kase etie na church mu etinte su kokko ye wura na ono wura kwa mi sefa kan shows kokuro ko on Peace FM na do danko ekufado president at the time. Any opportunity kwatena so a owura no ebisa no me kire kwamse fa kan bisa no na do danko akufado bo hene nimtia de ne nsa benkum tsere ho isanse nye wono free e kan say na ade nti no hena nkasa enkonkoye ne block such impudence of a president. But na me ka ati ase beyond that enema we bre ho no mo a President Mahama ye ya emre ni ho because me nua ba ho no yentimi modin but ni nyina ka bo mu a Emma President Mahama Ewini. But near a top of the chart, how NDC must recover the loot from the thieves that plundered the state of Ghana. I want to believe, Mira, say you were at Chushikata, kai, ya papa President Mahama, or Sia Dio, or kai ya papa Sia Dunketia, or kai ya papa Chief of Staff, or kai ya papa Minister for Education, Haruna Idrusu. Wakaya papa mo aka say emaburu ne beto aba na emomnia a top chart no has to do with Operation Recover All Loot, and that is why Edru Hanemo a na kase metwa mani na metia the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana Yewura Ayene. You see, I have been #1 fan from day one. Support Yewura Ayene. Anyhow he want to take it systematic with law. Okay. He believes said the law grinds slowly, but it gets to its final destination. But the truth is that and when no, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm going for position, because some me lose elections. Better since NDC position. Send this position. I should lose the coming elections, because Sebi or man peninku come years and say to be a messenger in a ruling incumbency far better than to be a proud general secretary in an opposition party. Na sa no kra no na esa me kachira me man na me kachira me president Mahama me Kswabina no hoban na no kra ne say ye yenhwe han na sa kromfo atatwe amoyi a mo bebu Ghana brand so wi a Ghana no ye yenhwe han na yamfo mo antumo a enkam yakọ SM say ya pusit no say Ghana for samfa. And this is the truth that must be sounded to the quarters of power. All right. I want to believe in conclusion, say, and I mean, say, and I know, say, the executive is different from the judiciary. In some judiciary, we have no control as a party again. However, Senate President Kufuor was set a fast track high court. Not the likes of Dan Abu Dhabi, Mukowu prison, I can't say, Victor Solomon, sorry, Mukowu prison. Not Dan Abu Dhabi, Yachiwam Tumu, we are secret, the likes of Tatusikata. We can do special court and try these people every day. Such a truth, I can say, Jetty question, as soon of MP, echo court every day. Then MP Peninsula court every day. Said we are going to go almost every time. Let's say we are going to go at the court. Almost every time, no put to court. Every before any person this before. It's not the be a father for us. San no crave and say catch their home. Sa Ghana fought to abandon my because yenima chromophobia esia chwamtum na esia didi agura me yanwen se be chobia tum aka wa ye o obi abadu se political we chance anymore ye obi bi ya yenye ne ye ko school ye kire brofo bi o se make hay was the sunshine. Yeah.
Nana, me da say na abena breme na yem fampon.
Okay. Chachuni ena yina mu hu no. Na Keche. Na 2024 election is it. Oya abatwa na oye de NDC yaba power.
Okay.
Ni nyina anye de. Na MPP fo one arrogance level near very high. Because we be ya ban bia yeto aba ne mo wona na won fanye na yeto aba mo wona mfanye ye hwe onye ma na ye ka no wote wo ma wo pe no wo be ya me na ka sebe baby be se wa bo me fita duku inti no me be ye bia no onye no na wo paying kechi yeto aba my excellency former president Nanado yeto aba na man day on the basic day or your president or my president ma Ghana no to move for Ghana and do baby pa your man no solid 8 good years ozi levy bay levy ye keke no obebe ye party bo twa cake me che no was nyanze ye nkwasiafo ye Ghana fozi oye na emu ontumi no nti ye kankada betting tax was a tool na ye ka no one fair na asem mfo nko baby because one na wo power no wo feed the power no wo betra do afi bo no wanyim do ye Ghana fo no mu nda motumi no na tumi no botumi fi one at any time it yeshane da manze menyina because as at 2024 2023 2024 no a bag of maize kura no 1,000 Ghana cedis na wo ka na banku ina yi kura na yetu no 1,002 no 1,000 ba ebe yi no 1,002 no yes na ye complain ye catch one day oh nzema na boro koso ebotu bakwa akoto pep students nde anope ya enwabra bokwa na prize no why den wa akosoro ni nyina na yereka na won fe na asem mfa bibia most urban agriculture urban energy all the sectors no be saying with all the 125 ministers na no was one na his excellency John Dramani Mahama be about 125 why in 60 ministers no
you do
na me say all do 58 say atu nyu
say no me dey wom say papa mama baako no mama so baako na me
into upon that minister na sisi an ye hwe mesma his excellency John Dramani Mahama olugba mambuo na which tells you the Ghana for one I want to vote no vote no one to aba one saying them a previous government what to aba mo one was saying no Miss MPP for them okay I make one ask man who mess amaga because e come part no why there ebufu no kwapori ye mo it's Erica no why there sisi ano what's a when the righteous with the people rejoice it is said and you generally you wo instead of one some is a pen why the way you see wo no kwampo no wakaka dey into one some is a pen ye beka ne bebre it is papa na woman sisi ano na ye bohwe na yaka sisi ano enyim dey his excellency John Dramani Mahama no reset agenda no oguda oreye reset no on na kweguri kai dey sisi ano the first yesu so na kan suto June July no be PP amambofo wo ben no you so antoda
I'm telling you
yes why no kwa
Saturday me funny
abro why no kwa
weather has returned back to normal
yes wako normal
and climatic change
climate
change
and I change wo mo de so
climate change
climate change that's a climate change you period and you see urbana
no we have only we have the rainy season
for the time near one season for the time one season
no dry season no
Mahama buy your rain account
no dry season
you come back
to say come zo na e show sanso no yes na light no so no ba so ndu mu to light it's no his excellency John na America mama no besiri his excellency John Dramani Mahama is on course and his excellency John Dramani no ye bi o listening president or Ghana for what na akomodo and he's ever ready to deliver to Ghanaians and he's ever ready to let Ghanaians feel okay into Ghana for abana wato no ya aba wato enwu da bia abana ma to no ma to me no mu oye president oriye ejuma obia za dance day abana ye to my excellency John Dramani Mahama oye aba oye kusasa na the president onye ba be oye kulala PURC yin me yeda mo baba kan wasa na sisi a time no why time no ko ehu it is sisi ano no yehu his excellency John Dramani Mahama na membo no yehu previous membo no yehu difference no it is sisi me yeba kanye day we have a lot ahead of us and a day in day out issues na azaba papa no obani nyina no ya ba ye be explain ye ka kira manfo most also ye me the day this government here will me say BBC Krampra they will try to tell Ghanaians they will, yes Wababana wababeche mu de. Onye de bia na ya fa tumi na hye yensa yeze
ye demonstration and saying the Minister of Lands no ni ho. Minister net say penna quickly on my deputy.
Yes.
Yes.
So, which tells you how the government is and how good the government. Into no, you catch it. Where is me can say now?
Catch you wait 30 seconds, Phil.
Okay.
Me nyonko brebo pa. Oyensi. Samuel Chumesi.
Nasiewu.
That be. Nasiewu. Ne yire maame. Mary Ajewa Adwamena na yire. Na maame no that for me Madam Gladys. Akusua Boatema.
I see.
Ya wona fe apema hankron aduanan enwotwe 1948 ana we fra ne ntuma ne tintim na nyame yadomu a memene da 4th July afi mu a ana ayi ne yede hyeso ewo Wija SCC yes Senate office enim honmo a na ne ya me de kese no se me papa kese bi pa ana officials minister me se Yura Philip Game Talking Tabernacle Church community 12 enti ye nyina ye beko na yakwa akojam no se mpanyifo se ne ade ato ne no enyo no ana oyi enti se ye maame Mary Ajewa Adwamena utien ya ye ma hyeden ye wukunu ye nyonko brebo Samuel Chumesi enti ye bako yensi ye bako yensi se Papa Philip nso utien ya Talking Tabernacle Chapel, one of the greatest men I've ever come across ye chana pa nyame shrobia
Nana, Yamin Shroud. Abna, Yamin Shroud.
Okay,
Meda say, you ever say she have been. Well, it was my uncle give us for enchain. Now, any give us in coding como. Yeba, I can't casa bono, ebetwaso, ediama.
Enenso yenda basaya domna se wode ene ede ache yen Accra 100.5 FM so any the citizen show Jumedie so ene brewie do se enenso give us Herbal Center yetumetina se na me no mienu yedi yapomoden ho enkomo enchekase ena yedi efi give us Herbal Center yenkofa bai ye na no for ene yenkofa bai Dr. Solomon Kwabi enchen ene yedi magana de hia won mo cheche ne bencheye ene baby bia eja won mo ehwe ye na ni nyina echi won mo esentie ye ewo the citizen show so ewo Accra 100.5 yada basaya dom na se ja wode ene ede ache ye na kai se me no mienu yada ne da yapomuden ene ye nhwe mu ye nti ene bre ne edo nyina no eya me no ebetena fidikese so na me no edi yapomuden wo enkomo na empenifo so aka de ato se wotumfo de bebi obo no konkon bia na se ho no ehun ye pa enti enanso no enro hodro a give us Herbal Center ya ye ede aba adwaman so na yede akoma FD womo agye dia form fidie mu ayemu anhwehwemu ehun se yarewa hodo nyina tibrekese kofa bai edema give us Herbal Center Dr. Solomon Kwabi ekyeremu se esa no eno pepepe ena ni nyina no eye na woni se nsuo tutotoyi na eye mfikyire a efufofufo ye gatemu a efi adokrum ho ye offices ahodo ball ahodo a etwa ye wenhye ni nyina no eye ade ba kope ena ye kofofa ede eba na enso na ase toto sei no na ekoba ne saa na me ba cho bisa ho se enfikyire wo na efu no enso no to no ede ena eba besi ogatem wo no na emu ayema na efi nko a ena egu mu no ede ena eba besi bola na wo de egu dwa no so ema edwa no so wo no nyina nia enpampan bone ene enka abemu nyina so no ede na ye gogosi Sanya me nyina etwa ye ho ahia. Say ye lorry stations ahodo. Say ye offices ni nyina no ade ba akopɛ. Ade ba akɔ ye kofa de aba ene ye aboa ntontom. Eno ne mfa so a. Ye konya wo sutobre mu. Bola efi a adokoro yen. Ye gata mu esisi ye mfikyire. Ye nwuma mu. Ye offices. Eno ene ye de ba. Na aboa ntontom no nso a wo be fi sam ye ya ba nyina no. Wo mo aduane a wo mo dia ya baako enya ade wo konom gota mu nsuo enya ade wo kodi bola so aduane enya ade a wo ko pa aduane foforo bia edi eye me no mienu yan ene ye wo mo aduane a wo nom edi eno nti na abo antontom no wo ba besi uni pedua no ho ene na wo moje watwe ne se dwe na watwe ne se mi na watwe ne se di na kyerɛ sɛ ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ ade a me no ɛka sei no yare ene ɛde bra nipadua no na obi bɛka sɛ o me de mete air condition car mu ɛna me de mete air condition fie mu hwɛ ɛnora me kɔ baabi na officer me kɔ yɛ pa me ho sɛ ntonton baako hɛ wɔ fa ha no ma na ɔyɛ ho na pani na sɔre na ɔbɔ ne nsɛm pa o na wadɔgye ɔsɛ omekunu wɔ hɔ no ma na asa bɛyɛ ho na wasɔre pa o na wadɔgye me ba kyɛw menka sɛ me deɛ mete air condition car mu mete air condition fie mu nti ntontom ha me da bi ma me papa okura na ɔmo we wɔ no okura na ɔmo ka wɔ no eduro baako a wo hia ɛno na yɛ give us about mixture. Give us herbal mixture. Give us herbal mixture. Give us herbal mixture. Give us a entontom da ho. Eno na mo angasa ne ahotedin. Ene eye abodi amotumi ede ama no. Eno enya na wo herbal shop, pharmaceutical shop, licensed chemical shop. Baby aton aduro man ga na mu ni ba bibia no. Obenya give us ye no pay bi e wo honom na watumi ato. Na wanom na etumi aboa wo. Mentina se. Enkasa yare no enche wo so. Yare no enchechire wo. Yaira ni endo kuro esan se ne ubo wura yaresa bia hodo na OPD se ye kwohwe se yare a wode ba ye den na ekofa ba ye den na hya ase ye kokko wie kire ni nyina no na eye aboan tuntum nsu a ye friend se plasmodium parasite wohu plasmodium parasite no so de eye aboan tuntum na na ede eba ene world cup ye kokko so yi ene ame no eka sei ye gina monten sei ye gina papo sei ye gina eye amiamia hodo sei ye titititi afie ni mu ni ye hwe boli entontom nko ane ye ne omo hwe entime ba cho mema give us eba mixture give us antontom da ho empa ofie manugo so amidi nkomo ya obetumi afre na ne awonti ase se ne awode ne eye wo no obetumi ne ye di nkomo e wo 0543 222470 0543 222470 now we give us herbal center we ne ye endi nkomo emfanfa ye give us herbal mixture ene ye de aba adwaman so a eboa etutu malaria etutu fever etutu eye diarrhea ene ne keka ka ho nyina ase ene hwe bebia ya woto aduane ball anchen gata anchen ne ya ye aduane na wansere ene nam so ho ha sa me pacho mema give us aba mixture empa ofie mema give us aba mixture empa ofie enye na herbal shop pharmaceutical shop licensed chemical shop baby aton aduro man ka mu ene wi asefa na nyina give us herbal mixture give us a entontom da ho no ubenya bi ewo ho no mo bomode na kopa bi na to woni wo ma o madi vinhye dumienu eko me ba cho wo mu enum bi na world cup nyina mu yenya hoode ne yentumi van hwe na yenhwe kopim say Black Stars of Ghana be kwakodu final na wo mu egi cup no ede aba memma yare emmo ento memma yare embubu memma yare enji wenije emfemfi wunsem memma yare bia te se malaria se ne da ya no ye kan malaria de eno a na wa hwe ya ebeje okra ede fi wunsem enti me pacho malaria tamfo ba ko pa etri di tamfo ba ko pa eno na ye give us herbal mixture give us a entontom eda hom enye na wo herbal shop pharmaceutical shop licensed chemical shop ene baby eton aduro man kana mu ene wiase afa na baby bia nia wonte ase nia wopɛ mu nkyere mu eye 0543 222470 0543 222470 fre na obonza na no pay report bi ni na say new virus infection HIV bi aba me ba cho say immune system na no nye den